Test, test.
Yeah. And Crystal was like, she should probably wear some longer shorts. And apparently that hurt her feelings real bad.
Well, she decided to wear pants. So
We're recording, by the way, if y'all drop any names and they happen to watch it. Anyway, so last week we started something where I read a bullet point in the player's handbook or the Dungeon Master's Guide. Just a random rule that might pertain to something we're doing, in the future that we have done. And so I wanted to do travel this time, actually. Movement, environment, maybe. Just do movement, see if that's one way. Just read a random bullet point. Paragraph. Travel pace, there we go. So when traveling, a group of adventurers can move at a normal, fast, or slow pace as shown on the travel pace table. The table states how far the party can move in a period of time and whether the pace has any effect. A fast pace makes characters less perceptive, while a slow pace makes it possible to sneak around and search an area more carefully. Place. A forced march, the travel pace assumes that the characters travel for 8 hours in a day and they can push on beyond that limit at the risk of exhaustion. Difficult terrain. Travel speeds given in the travel pace table assume relatively simple terrain, roads, open plains, clear dungeon corridors, but adventurers often face dense forests, deep swamps, rubble-filled ruins, mountains, ice-covered ground, all considered difficult terrain, in which case you move at half speed in difficult terrain. Moving 1 foot in difficult terrain costs 2 foot of your speed, so you can cover only half the normal distance in a minute. And activity while traveling, because last week he wanted to forage a lot, so it was in my mind to visit that. As adventurers travel through a dungeon or the wilderness, they need to remain alert for danger, and some characters might perform other tasks to help the group's journey. Designate a marching order. The adventurer should establish a marching order. The marching order makes it easier to determine which characters are affected by traps, which ones can spot hidden enemies, which ones are the closest to the enemies when a fight breaks out. A character might occupy the front rank, one or more middle ranks, or the back rank. Characters in the front and back ranks need enough room to travel side by side with others in their rank. When space is too tight, the marching order must change, usually by moving characters to the middle. So, other activities one might do. Somebody, presumably the person out front, might navigate or draw a map. Somewhere in the middle or towards the front, someone would track. A character could follow the tracks of another creature, making a wisdom or survival check when the DM calls for it. Forage, what he did. The character could keep an eye out for ready sources of food and water.
Sorry about that. It's supposed to be combat music, but it never queued up. That I heard, anyway. There we go. For those of you on the recording,
Watching this later, you don't hear any desktop audio, so you'll have to provide your own. So, the character can keep an eye out for ready sources of food and water, making a wisdom check when the DM calls for it. So, those are different things you can keep in mind that we can do as we travel, is to designate a marching order, and somebody out in front scouts ahead, the person in the back, just make sure you're not being followed, somebody's navigating or drawing a map, different types of things. So, all right. So, last week where we left off, you had left Waterdeep, collected your parcels, been informed of the letter of the law as far as it pertained to if parcels were damaged, stolen, not delivered. You're fully expected to do good by the person ordering the parcel, and so you agree to take those and set out. Two pretty clear choices on whether you want to go by land or take the boat that was given to you to barge right in. Artemis recalled that there was an Etten out in the woods, and also because of your horses that y'all have, thought it wise to keep to land and then go through red locks first and then journey on if y'all choose to. After a couple days of foraging on the way to the wall, it was 85 miles out from Waterdeep, y'all came upon the dungeon that y'all had previously plundered, and it was beset by some methods and some cult fanatics. And so you pulled back, thought it would be wise to try to get some help. So you through some. Are you proficient in religion, Nolan? If you are proficient in religion, you can start making your own holy water. It'll take a day and 25 pieces of gold. That's something you can do. So you hold up in the wall, summoned a semi-corporeal dirge to help you out, but you stay back to maintain the ritual. And when y'all proceeded to go out there, you bridled your horses so that they didn't get away, any harm come to you, and good ways away from it, and then proceeded to try to dispatch of the threat. So that's where we are. Last we left off, you had appeared to have killed the one of the cult fanatics that was in a more priestly looking attire, or just long flowy robe with a kind of a beaked mask over his head. One of the mud methods was defeated. There still remains one mud method, an ice method, and another cult fanatic. We can go ahead and redo that if y'all like, just to set it up.
We all want to connect with others.
hate
Through our
ads,
RAM.
I need to get that ad free.
Helps you communicate effectively whenever you time. With
Install that app on.
Yeah.
So there is I believe that's a dagger. It's a dagger. That's what I thought it was. So there's is that a hand axe or
It's
something?
not. It's not.
Which one method died?
The one that's got along with it.
The two.
The one in the hair, I believe, was that's right. It's alive. Scott Weaver, that's what he's deceased. We'll leave him there anyway. Dagger, is that, I don't know, dagger, D, is that Durst? Is that Abaddon? Alright, so for the purposes of this, we'll go ahead and say that y'all have a moment to just say what you need to do. He looks like he is evaluating the situation and he's outnumbered. Some of his company has been slain. So y'all tell me what y'all want to do.
Who?
All you have left is a mud method, an ice method, and the crushing, the cult fanatic.
Oh yeah.
The order is going to pick up first with Dirk. We'll ignore the initiative order right now. Just let y'all play out what happens, and if anything, aggressive takes place, then we'll go ahead and roll up initiatives. And we can follow the same initiative order, or we can roll it up again. It's up to you. But for now, y'all just off in.
I'm probably gonna move over there to fight the other ones besides Durgo because I'm running out of stuff to throw at this one in there.
Okay. So you go ahead and move wherever you'd like to move.
Were we going to question that guy? See why they were fighting? Or
I think they killed the guy.
there's another one over there. The
That
crushing.
talk.
The crushing. There was two humans.
We don't know.
Two humanoids.
Can I walk up and just like grab one by the shoulder and be like, "What the hell are you doing here? What's going on?"
Yeah, roll an intimidation check.
It's the crazy dragon one.
11. I don't think there's not any bonuses to intimidation, is there?
Yeah. I mean,
Are
you might have
proficient?
one.
Do you have any? You can add. You roll a hero point if you want to.
Oh, +4 to intimidation.
So 15.
Somebody.
And he staggers back to his feet. I didn't have anything to do with it. We were just following orders. You're upsetting the order of things. We're trying to put all the pieces in play. That's all it says for right now.
Just your head chopper. You want to interrogate him a little bit?
I'm gonna yell one more time. We're just trying to help you.
No, because I either have to dash and teleport over there. Where I'm at right now is just 20 movement that I have.
I don't want to use my dash for my teleport. Given that it's a combat scenario, go ahead and roll soul and you can all roll. If you would have been standing right beside him, your backstory kind of interwoven and you're back here shooting, seeing everybody. So you can all roll perception. Give me a 12. You notice that Abaddon's not there. And you don't notice.
14.
And you notice he's gone. You don't know if it relates to the events that are taking place right now or what.
Not 20. I just
You're-
wasted
you're
that
keenly,
nat
You're
20.
keenly aware that Abaddon has disappeared right about the time that you shot at the Skyweaver. That radiant arrow hit his head, and just like the slow motion image of the watermelon that we've all seen, bursted. Skull fragments just shatter, and he slumps over. And, Abaddon's gone. That's right
Bits of people. Okay. Guess I'm gonna move closer just because I want to know if we're just going on. So I really wanted to just help these guys, and then they started attacking.
So as soon as you start moving, the
Yeah.
ice method and mud method start up and above the hill too, kind of flying. Yin and yang type of, defending pattern up above the air. No set position right now, just moving as well, kind of nervous energy flying around.
Take you guys out.
You gonna roll a hit?
No, I'm just saying. I notice them and I yell at them that I'm gonna take them out.
Alright.
Okay. So, hold on.
I'll fill your face back with an arrow if you don't calm down.
Yes, my energy arrows.
Real quick, while I'm thinking about it, y'all had 4 horses.
Yeah.
Did you take Toby off the cart? Because there was lockdown on the cars. You kept Toby, the parcel horse. And I believe you have one left behind as well. Go ahead and add a creature. The one that you've been riding most will be fine. And Gary, of course, we keep up with the horses. They're not familiars, they're just horses. So we'll go ahead and add those in there.
Do I need to add Toby?
Yeah. You want to add Toby? No, you
I've
can.
been the one riding Toby.
You can add Toby.
Okay. So do I need to add Toby and a horse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and do it right. You have a white horse, a black horse, a brown horse, and a spotted speckled white and brown horse. Just so that I can keep up with somebody. That way I'll know who's riding more or less.
I'm not riding.
For the purpose, for the purpose of this, we're just kind of sending Abaddon Road in your shadow. I want to say y'all have all 3 horses with you, and one's back there with Petrified.
I'll have the spotted horse.
You got the spotted horse, you got the black horse, I think, brown.
Hey Saul, do you have any more nets,
Well,
to be useful? Wow. You're not actually here, so I can't ask you for a net.
My shiny sword still works pretty good though.
Okay.
The one cultist walks over to the deceased, presumably deceased, checks for pulse.
Because
Kind of rifling around on
it's a
it.
broken head. Hey bud, I don't think he's gonna wake up. Do you want to give us more insight into what you were doing? here? Maybe?
So after a tense 10 minutes of him checking, y'all questioning, that time you asked about what they were doing there, the methods were swirling about, patch forward, Rod said, for whatever reason, the ritual seems to have taken a turn of being able to maintain itself. If you want to roll an intelligence check, you can. You have to give me a 22.
You got this,
I
bud.
can't do that with a net 20 on me. That's a 4.
So you don't know why, but for whatever reason,
God works in mysterious ways.
Darius' form is there to stay, and you're freed up, but you don't have to maintain consciousness. You ride up, you see their horses bridled, about 120 feet before the sloping of the dungeon, and so you crest that hill and get out there with them now. About the time you arrive, the Crushing Wave priest turns around. Crushing Wave.
Yeah, it was a crushing
Reaver. I think it was what it was. Yeah, Crushing Wave. He turns around. And I think it was Sauron, the eye on Lord of the Rings. Was that the eye or was that the white bearded guy? White haired guy. Anyway, the eye, just like the shape of that eye, water begins to, just like when you put your thumb over a hose, it sprays out around him in that shape, about 2.5 feet out in front of him. And his water just starts gushing out of his mouth. His eyes, just like before again, are completely white, no pupil, no iris. And he floats up on a little column of water. And now I need you to roll this.
He's not going to answer any questions. I hate this guy, okay? So I'm going to punch him in the face next time up.
1.
Go. Okay, give me one more.
Oh, no, so.
I'm wasting all my high rolls and I'm really upset. Because the next one's going to be like a 1. Could y'all like not do it?
Keep your door closed.
No deal.
Okay. 20 to 25.
23.
Good deal.
Told you, I just wasted all my high rolls. The next one's going to be a 1.
15 to 20. 10 to 15. Oh my God. 5 to 10.
7.
8. We're all doing really good today.
So upset because I know that I wasted them.
I don't have anything to add to that.
Fail
Okay.
on a
So
dead
let me see
save or
who's going
something.
I
first.
know.
Plus
I know
1,
I
so.
am. So sad.
Get my group.
Car's covered perfectly.
Pepper just took a giant shot on my shoulder.
That's another thing as far as how cool we're going to go. Where is Pepper at? Is she
He's
stay on
on-
your back, on your shoulder?
Yeah, he kind of just hangs out like on my shoulder area.
Okay. So when they roll to hit you, if they miss, what is Pepper's AC? How's it going to do that?
13.
Let's say, okay, the difference in what they missed you by minus their actual roll will be if they actually hit Pepper.
What do you mean?
If they roll an 18 and your AC is what? Or what?
16.
Well, let's say then if they roll a 12 and yours is a 16, the difference is 4. That's going to be added to their hit in case they were aiming for you and accidentally hit Pepper. Unless it's on your back and it's a +5 to AC, type of thing where it's completely concealed. If it's on your shoulder, they might hit her, unless it's area of effect,
He's on my
in
back.
which case they would actually,
He's on my back now.
that would actually hit her. Okay, so that,
Yeah.
going forward, that's how we'll play
He
that.
kinda like
It'll
hangs
be
out.
the difference added to the roll.
Okay.
People get confused.
Whether or not
with
that
the
acts
names.
similar
Yeah.
type of thing of if you're using somebody as like a meat shield, because that'll come into play with a particular weapon I've crafted later on.
Yes.
I told you about it at your house when we were doing your campaign. So anyway, that'll be important later as well as
I'll
right now
do
establishing
Pepper's
that. So,
meat shield.
okay, exactly. Also, because
we were talking about the net and different things as far as how y'all carry items in inventory. Have y'all ever heard the term hammer pocket in video games?
Hammer space.
Hammer space?
Oh,
Where you just like reach behind you and you pull out a mallet or something that would be obviously too big to go on your person. Okay, that's not what we're doing at D&D. Is everybody has a satchel or a bag or a component pouch or something like that. You know, the aesthetic of your character is y'all don't have a bunch of bulky bags and stuff hanging off of you and bunches of swords and all kinds of stuff. I thought about it with Rare when I had a ladder. You know, they don't have aluminum ladders, 13th century D&D, but I always envisioned a wooden folded ladder on his back, but beneath his shield. So the aesthetic of your character, you know, go ahead and add it to your inventory. Mark off the gold like you spend in or silver or whatever. As far as with the guys with apps, showing your compendium, component pouches, bags, sacks, or whatever will be what you're carrying your items in. You know, I kind of envision like under heavy armor or something like that, like a harness which you would set for a lanyard to set up on the roof, something like that under your armor where the breastplates and things, you know, are attached to that you can reach into and get pouches like that out of like breast pockets inside there. And leather armor, kind of like the cops have the gun holster there, you got like leathers, you know, straps, like with the combat knives, things like that, with drawstrings that you can reach in there and get stuff like that out of. That's how I envision the aesthetic of you guys. We're not doing hammer pocket. And so, but go ahead and add all,
cargo pants and have just like pockets all over, just all kinds of things just
that
shoved
can
in
be
there.
how it looks, but yeah, so you guys can later add that to your inventory and mark off the gold obviously too. So sorry about all that. Just wanted to, you know, put that out there. Because there are dimensions to that kind of stuff, and when it exceeds that weight, you won't be able to carry that kind of stuff. Even if you have a carrying capacity of 300 pounds and your pouch only holds 10 pounds, you're not going to be able to carry a bunch of stuff in that pouch. So anyway, so Artemis was first. Let's see.
Do we have an option to get a magic bag?
There is a handy haversack, which is a bag, and there's a bag of holding. It's a little bit bigger. Exactly. They're very expensive. That's why, you know, there's options like storage built into the game, and y'all can buy, you know, warehouses and things like that. So, but instead of just buying them, it's a lot cooler if you find them or plunder them.
I was gonna say, I was like, I'm gonna put it in your ear. It's not a bag of holding.
Everybody wants it. Everybody wants
not for that, just for specific reasons.
Yeah, everybody wants a bag. I want a bag.
I want
Look.
a pocket dimension I can live in.
Okay.
I'll give you a bag of holding if you give me a bag of holding.
Yeah, there you go.
You scratch my back.
The DM trained.
I'll start a campaign and give you two.
I've also thought of physics, you know, a cool thing. You know, it's the thing that got me thinking about is like if you drop a backpack, it's empty down an elevator shaft, it's just kind of like going to hit and then slump over. So it's an extra dimensional space inside there. What if you put your foot into the bag of holding, and then you're the momentum, the force behind it for the time being. You jump off, and then as you're falling, you put your other foot in a different bag. They're not going inside of each other to create an extra, you know, rip. But would you then just kind of slump forward and then just fall, and you can safely get yourself up from jumping off of a cliff?
You know?
You know, that's something I was thinking about. You know, the things I think about all the time. So anyway.
I'm gonna give you two bags of holding just so I can see a giant ass turtle do some shit like that.
Yeah. I think about all kinds of stuff like that all day long. But I don't want to risk it in somebody else's campaign that's not mine and kill myself. Because somebody wasn't thinking like I was thinking. Alright, 1 second, I almost got you all pinned in. So
So we've got
check.
the guide to methods.
What were you? You were 8. You're 8.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right. And with that, first up is Artemis.
So we've got the two methods.
You have, yes, the ice method, the mud. Wait a second, I wrote that one twice. You just team in. There you are. That's supposed to be right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you got one mud method left, one ice method, and the crushing wave. Reader.
Okay. We're gonna take out those guys just because they're annoying as fuck.
Okay.
So I'm gonna shoot for
The one mud method looks really rough.
That's what I was gonna do.
Okay, and the ice method looks fine. He don't seem like he's taking any hits.
23.
23. You aiming for the mud method?
The mud method.
Yep, that hits. Roll
Okay.
damage.
Okay. That would be 6. Ah, damn it. I can't retcon when I did my bonus action.
100 mark first.
100 mark.
What'd you get?
23 to hit.
What was the
And
damage?
4
Okay.
plus 4, so 8.
How do you want to do it?
Woohoo! Okay, so I don't know, just told you guys were annoying as fuck and then just kind of like pull back on my energy string. Just,
Alright, pull the drawstring back, release. It goes through it, and like sand getting blown in the wind, kind of vortex pulls around the arrow and darts off and disperses with the radiant energy and it's gone.
as my bonus action then, I'm going to cast it on the ice method.
Alright.
Just so that's ready
Can you
to
use
go.
movement?
No, I'm already, where I need to be.
So,
That's me.
where you want to be, yeah, if you hadn't already placed yourself.
Which direction did I come up from?
That was
That way?
Yeah. So where do you want to go? Wherever you want to go.
Well, I guess if he was able to see me, I'd have to go this over
Okay.
here.
So 11 if it's gone. I will say the awesome. Yeah, he's got the arrow up. So it looks like he's 30 feet up there. It's 35. Alright, and so with that, it's the Ice Method's turn. They have been trying this entire time to summon other variants, but he's going to get off that tactic because it hasn't been helping too much. Haven't seen you just kill the Mud Method, it's going to attack you, Artemis.
Bring it.
Ice. Thing.
We're rolling for Josh's character.
No, he's not. That's what y'all rolled to perceive. He's not here for whatever reason.
You're tired of your shadow. Just hanging out like that.
Just whispering sweet nothings in my ear the whole time. Like he was seeing me just.
Okay, it's going to use its movement, fly down towards y'all. 30 feet. He's going to fly down 20 feet and exhale his frost breath. The Method exhales a 15-foot cone, so he's going to hit Thursba. You're vulnerable to ice, so whatever this is, you'll be doubled.
She was to you.
We'll go back here right above this gallery. We're one space too, so you can Derva and Ravencloud, 15-foot cone of cold air. Each creature in the area must succeed on a DC 10 dexterity saving throw. So, do a dexterity saving throw for me.
16.
You succeed.
24.
Both succeed. Okay, so
Told you guys are annoying as fuck. Actually,
so let's see.
It is mine.
It's 4, 6. If you take 3, you take the full 6 because you're vulnerable to frost damage. So it will be halved, but it's double because of vulnerability. Sweet. Alright, and that's its turn. So roll to see if it recharges its turn.
the first time anything's hit me during this whole battle. So
Alright.
I was hanging out way back here.
So it's its turn. It's now the cultist's turn. Stop. He's gonna walk right up to Artemis.
God damn it. Should have just hung out in the way back instead of trying to talk to him about this.
He doesn't try to grab Dursley because he appears to be something. He's not really sure about that. Stupid marker. first. His multi-action, he's going to attempt to grapple you. So contested strength rolls.
Would this be saving throw?
No, just a strength check. After you roll. So he rolled a 12. 21. So he beat his grapple. The next action he is going to perform the whelm. Just overwhelm you with water. You make a DC dexterity saving throw of gonna be a 15.
23.
Beat it.
Ooh, lovely.
And read what happens.
He chokes on his own water.
Expecting you to be grappled. It's only roll down half of it.
I laugh at his stupid face.
So you succeeded in your save. Each creature in the most space must succeed by 15 saves. He had 13 or 12. Okay, so all it does, since you've saved on it, you would have taken bludgeoning damage from his water turns his arm turns into a column of water, his free arm, but when he tried to grapple you with your disguised dragon arms, just thrust him out of the way, kind of monkish, using his weight against him. So with his free arm, he turns, swings out, and column of water just slams into your body. Which I said, if he had grappled you, you would have taken bludgeoning damage, but instead you're saved, and you're just pushed out of space. So you do topple off the side of the hill. So you fall right on the ground right here, and you'll take a D4 bludgeoning damage. 1. So there you go. And that's his turn.
Now I'm real mad.
Now you big mad?
I'm big mad.
All right. So that's his turn. Next is Pitch Court.
Just after watching that happen, I'm gonna try to attack that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt. So range attack. It's 18. Is
I'm
it?
pretty sure that hits. Let's see. Yep. Even with his parry, AC is only 16, you said 18. Yes, that hits.
Yeah.
More damage.
So he takes 46. So he takes 9 damage.
Okay.
And the next attack roll made against him
Has advantage, right?
has advantage.
Cool. All right. Next up is. Oh, you have a. Is that your bonus action? Or-
No, I won't use a bonus action. I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. Thursby, you're up.
I'm not here anymore.
So this counts the dead one. That's W. I just want to blow this cold air at me and maybe.
No,
Yeah.
you don't hit
Oh,
the
chilly.
ice method. Okay.
Yeah. Where are you now?
I'm over here at the bottom of this hill.
Okay. And nobody else is close. Sweet. This is my breathless weapon for the first time.
All right. I haven't seen that yet. I'll leave this up here for you guys. It's not just the shot. I'm gonna use a shot. Alright, so what is that, a DC saving throw or a cone?
Yeah, dude, it's a cone, and they have to make a DC saving throw. Equals 8 plus my Constitution modifier plus my proficiency bonus.
Okay.
My Constitution is +1. And what was it?
The proficiency is on the first page of your initiative.
+2.
So, 11.
11. All right, roll the dirty 20, so that makes it. So what happens when it makes it? So you're spewing up, right? Up 10 feet of spout of acid.
Okay.
2d6 damage on a failed save and 10 as much on a successful one.
Okay, so roll 2d6 and I'll take half damage.
4 and 3 7.
So 2 and 2 to 4. Okay, cool, not bad. Alright, that was your was that your bonus action to do your breath weapon?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that your action?
Yeah, it's an action.
Okay, bonus action and movement.
Bonus action, I'm going to switch to my great axe.
Okay. Movement.
Negative.
Alright, so it would be Soul's turn, but now the Crushing Wave Priest is going to use a frenzied solo action, so he's going to get another turn.
I got spooked for a second. I'm saying
It's going to attack Durban with its sharp tooth longsword. It's going to swing at you. It's going to take 2 attacks against you. Breaking 3. I'm pretty sure that misses. Even with +4 to hit, the 7 misses, right? Second attack, 15. He swings twice and just goes past it through your form. Yeah, nothing 10 behind it. Nothing happened. Okay, so that's all it's gonna do. Alright, now it's Soul's turn.
I'm gonna go over here and pick up my
Okay.
clear.
That was your movement, that was your free action.
Not to kill that guy. And
That was your free action, was to pick up the weapon, and you're gonna do what?
Was it?
No action. You don't throw anything up? Okay.
I'm like picking up stuff because I threw stuff already and I don't have a net or a bow or a crossbow or anything.
Alright. 10-4. Top of the round. Artemis.
okay. So I'm gonna move. Hey, you know what? I'm just gonna stay here. Can I shoot from there?
Well, it'd be like, no. It'd be like you're at the bottom of an embankment, and
Okay.
you see, you can back up like 5 or 10 feet and probably hit the iceman. That's what I'm saying. This would be the top of the hill, even though you're on the space of there, it'd be like 5 feet away. You're also up, and this is the face of it.
Okay.
You can't see up there.
Like here, so I can go like 5 feet up. Yeah, here's
You can come around. Yeah, you can come around. And those are elevations. These tiles like 2.5 feet
Okay.
up. So yeah, you can move up there and see them.
I'm up here.
Gotcha. You want to shoot him again? Which one? Ice method or?
No, I'm gonna shoot this guy in the kneecaps. Like,
Okay.
I'm mad.
Alright. Hold hit.
Fuck! 11.
11. No, I'm missing.
Yeah.
So you shoot, and it just hits in the cyclone of water that he's levitating in,
Markers way.
and it's just kind of twirling around with him, and like going to the bottom of the toilet, just kind of floating around there. Alright, so next is the Ice Man's turn. So he is going to try to.
Before you do that, I'm gonna use my bonus action to swap the hunter's mark from the ice method to the crushing thing.
Okay, you do that.
And then you.
Alright, so next Ice Method's turn is going to attempt to hit Dirty Jermaine Ice. It might be able to do something to you. Let's see. Actually, it's going to cast Fog Cloud. That'll be good. Cast Fog Cloud. Late casting.
Creates a 20-foot sphere of fog sitting on a point within range. 120 feet, so it's going to place it right. Place it right here so it can get there. So
You say 120 feet?
it can cast it 120 feet range.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was about to
20
say,
feet, yeah, so it's going to be
it's a giant fog cloud.
right here. And we get all these squares right here. So, yarn, for the time being, yarn a cloud of fog. The sphere spreads around corners, and the area is heavily obscured. It lasts for the duration until a wind of moderate to greater speed, 10 miles per hour dispersed. First level, I think. Alright, so now you're attacked at disadvantage. And bonus that. Bonus is going to try to do the variant summoning again. Let's see if we can summon another method. And it does this time. Alright. And so now it flicks its wrists out. And another. Ice method appears.
Which one's doing this?
The ice method right there. Create another ice method. Right here. Okay, cool. Finally worked. You'll be on initiative now. We'll go last. With that, it's now the cultist's turn. Gonna attack. Careful again, multi-attack. First one. 22. That hits. Yeah, finally. Needs you. He's just gonna hold the Sharptooth Longsword double-handed to deal some more damage, and he's going to do 1d10 plus 2. 7 damage. That's the first hit. Second hit, 23.
23 days?
No, that's the second hit. It's 23 hit. On class. First one was, what was it, 7. Second hit connects. The first one did 10 damage. 17 damage total.
You need some healing, buddy.
Alright, notice where he aired the first time. It's one thing, he kind of pauses, draws back a little bit. This column of water sprays up around and on through the blade, swings, kind of like a negative rep, kind of draws back and lays into it. Boom, boom. Next, your form shimmers and shakes, flickers, but you're still there.
My health bar is now flashing.
Alright, that's his turn. Next up is Petrichor.
So he's moved over here in this space, right?
No, it's summoned another one. There's 2 now.
No, I was talking about this, the whatever this is, the Reaver.
Yes.
Cold
Sorry,
dust
he
is over
moved,
here.
he moved right there.
And the fog is here.
Yes. So that okay. Good call. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
You say your first 2 were for the first hit.
5. Add back 7 damage. Take that off. We missed the first hit. That's the second hit. Alright, so those swings miss. You are fine. So it goes to swing again, carves straight down, nothing. Hits the ground even, goes all the way down. Frustration just swipes at you. He's not doing it. So it's not his day. Can't see you now. Now, pitch for it. Your health bar is no longer flashing. Good call.
Well, I guess since they're all in a cloud, I can still see this one. So
Alright.
I'm just gonna use Toll the Dead. So he has to make a Wisdom saving throw and beat a 13.
Beat a 13.
Yeah.
19.
Okay. Did nothing.
No damage.
Nope. I guess for my bonus action, I want to ready my Warhammer.
So with that, Thursday, you're up.
Sweet. I'm going to attack with my great axe.
Disadvantage.
So how do we-
Unless you move out of the cloud and go after, try to go after the method and throw a javelin at it. You can attack with disadvantage and add your hero points.
So how does disadvantage work?
You roll
You can roll
twice.
twice and take the lower. Disadvantage is nasty.
I really want to kill that guy.
Saved you.
So the other ice method is outside of fog, but he's up in the air where I can't.
No, he's right there on the ground. He threw the ice shards out at somebody right on the ground. He hasn't flown up yet, so hadn't had his turn to fly off.
Can I go?
You see any clouds here? So you gonna move right here?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're right beside him.
Attack
Change
number
that.
2.
Alright. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna move over here to move for protecting up that dagger.
Okay, so movement. Is going to actually pick up the dagger, free action. You still have your action.
But the dagger's like 2.5 turns away. Just
So
me
you
walking
can't
there.
reach it yet.
No.
That's just your movement. You can do anything else, or
Wait, who did you do damage to? You killed Meth, that's what it was. Yeah, okay, never mind. He only too bad.
23.
23 to hit. Yeah, that hits for sure.
Roll 2 4, 8.
8 damage to it. So you hit, radiant burst, evaporates a lot of the water that's got him levitating off the ground. He's still got the fan of the eye around him. He's just spraying water. He's doing, like I said, that effect, holding your thumb over the hose, and then just out a little ways past that, just mist. And so there's your semi-corporeal form already is, it's watered anyway.
Daddy.
Mist all around it.
Daddy, how
And
will
the air
you
around
the rental be?
Hey, buddy. You gotta be quiet during the game, okay? You play your game in your room. We're gonna hang out for the day, okay?
Okay, but
Hey. No. It's not talk time. Go play.
Okay, because how will the rental
They're gonna be here for a while. Shut your door too, please, so we can't hear you on our camera. I spent this turn. So. It's just gonna retreat. It's gonna double dash. 60 feet up in the air. Try to disappear into the cloud cover.
So if he flies past me, does that give me an attack opportunity since I'm on falling hill?
He's up here. And you're right here. He's 10 feet this way.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know how.
Because you already
How
said
does that
I'm
work with
elevated.
attacks of opportunity? Do you have a reaction? It's just a reaction. Attacks of opportunity, that's what they are. Can you do a range attack?
If they move within like a 5-foot cube of you, yeah.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
melee. How about range?
I don't know about range. I think as long as it's under
I think your attack has to specify that you have a reaction.
I
I
don't.
don't think you can. Well, I'll let you roll perception. If you don't know, we'll roll perception. See it taking off and keep on. Since you had your sight strained on the crushing blade, which the cultism one. Give me a 17.
Get 13.
You want to add your hero points?
I don't know how many I got. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
How many do I get?
It's
Total?
you have 4
character
you have
level
right?
plus. Yeah, I think you got 4 total to your next level up.
Oh, okay, I'm not gonna do that.
Not gonna do it. Okay. So that's his turn.
You can't take them with you.
Do it.
So you can't take them
They
with
don't
you.
roll over though.
I mean,
Crushing
y'all
blade
just
turn.
rolled, so it's gonna be a hot minute.
Is this gonna run into range with you?
Ready to range who?
With you? Since you just shot it. It's gonna attempt to trap you again. Tested rolls. It's got 11. 11. Seven? Okay, so it grapples you. And now you will take 2d4, 2d8, 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage. As it choke grapples you. Gets you by the throat, gets you in a column of water, right over your face. 4, 7, plus 4, so 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. What is your
Let me do disadvantage to it.
Yeah, they're still in the smoke cloud.
well, that's the hit. Well, if they're-
Oh yeah, because
it's a contested thing. Yeah, he's getting right up on Ricky. He's trying to grab your purse, and it's not trying to swing or anything. So yeah, we're just gonna let it go because that'd be like saying she has disadvantage trying to see how she needs to limber out of his
Yeah.
grasp. And all that, so it's,
Sorry, I was thinking about an attack.
gotcha. Yeah. So anyway, Constitution modifier.
That's 2.
2. So, with it being running water, you would have 2 minutes of water before you started drowning. Being it's in combat running water, it's half. So you got 1 round before you started drowning. That's it's all water that he's gushing over.
This guy's really pissing me off.
Okay. So that's its action. Next is
The need.
so on its turn next round, you're going to begin to do. How does that work? You would be drowned. Yeah. Y'all got your combat turns to get him off of her. She will drown if it gets to his combat turn next round. All right. So Petrichor, you're up. In water, it's your Constitution modifier. You can tell me minutes you can breathe in the water half. We say in combat, we have 6 seconds to full round is a minute for concentration spells and things like that, right? And so one full combat round.
Cool.
This turn you do. That's why that's an exit.
Can I see this? Seeing as they're inside the fog cloud.
Roll perception with disadvantage. Finally, the cloud is working.
In your favor.
It's 11 with this.
It's all got his back too. He's like,
I'll let you see that. It's just fog. It's not
So,
super thick.
okay, now my next question is, so,
What's more is you hear it too, so
Yeah.
you hear the guys are warning going on. And I'm sure you're gargling and screaming.
so because of a water genasi, they get shape water, and one of the things it lets you do is instantaneously change direction of water flow.
Awesome.
So, is there a way that I could just like
You
make
just
it
off
shoot
shot,
off?
yeah. So,
Yeah.
so it was drowning, or you took the bludgeoning damage, and now his column of water just spraying off the side of him, and you can breathe again.
this guy looked like
You're
super
still
confused.
grappled. Yeah, he's like. So, alright, that was your bonus action?
It says it's one action.
One
Yeah.
action. Okay, so bonus action movement. Quick thinking. I like that. I'm so glad I got to use that.
I'll probably just stay right here.
Alright. How long does control water last?
It says instantaneous or 1 hour. So
1
it instantaneously moves it. And
For 1 hour.
Yeah, so instantaneously takes effect. And for 1 hour. As long as the water
use
keeps
perfect
moving.
solo
Yeah.
action again to try to do it again. But
Well, as long as
I guess it can't.
I guess if it moves the spout or whatever, it would cancel the. But as long as it's maintaining the direction that's flowing now, I have it diverted.
Alright, so he's going to use his frenzied solo action now. He's going to take his next turn again. Instead of doing that, seeing that you diverted his column of water, he's going to let that lapse. His 2 hands, you're grappled with the 1 choke. He's going to try to stab you in the torso. Take his multi-attack. Or, no, it'd be an action to maintain the grapple, right? So you can roll a contested strength check. Does he get advantage on that?
If he still has a grapple, I think he would.
The next turn would be the advantage.
Yeah, if he's going to try to stab her.
Yeah. So this one doesn't get advantage. That's if you have to grapple with feet. So you got a 6. Alright, so you break the grapple.
Michael gets sad.
Taking the chance. You know, when the Petrichor diverted the water, you kind of, he's, like you said, he's confused. What in the world? You push off of him. He goes to swing at you now, not with advantage. 15. Misses. Alright, so you fall back on the ball of your foot, down the hill a little bit, and he swings over your head.
Swear to God, this
Just
guy
kinda-
knocks me
oh,
down
wait.
this hill. One more
Okay,
time.
so 15 is what he rolled. Your AC is what? 16. So 17. Does that hit Patrick?
Is it 17 yet?
Hit you on your back and
He
shoulder.
was on my
Okay.
back.
On your back. That's fine. He clips the top, just right above your bun. You know, some of the hairs. How's Armis's hair? Is it a bun or is it?
It's in a braid.
down? Okay. No, you don't get any damage or anything. All right, so that's his frenzy solo action. Dursley, you're up.
I'm going to move to
Very cool. I like what that's going so far.
attack on the way.
I was gonna say, I think he flew up. Didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's up
Okay.
60 feet in the air.
Yeah.
He's 60 feet. I think you could throw your grabbing 120, can't you?
Yeah.
Or you can, if he's leaving, or whatever Dursman would do, you do. No prisoners, or go after the one that's fighting.
I'm going to argue him.
Cool. All right. You don't want anybody left to tell your story?
22.
22 hit the ice method? That definitely hits.
Well, and then are we still using the divine smite, or is that over? So it was
10 minutes, 1 minute. Duration. Well, as long as you maintain concentration, how long? Well, I assume probably just as long as you maintain concentration, so it's you let them out. So yeah, go ahead. You can have. Sweet. 17 damage is what you had already.
12. I think it was
12.
yeah, 12 plus 46.
24. 24 damage. Oh, javelin.
With the great axe?
You throwing your great axe at it?
No, I moved to him.
He's attacking.
Okay. I misunderstood. I thought you were attacking the ice method. Okay, so you're attacking. And with what to hit then?
20 something.
20 to hit. Yeah, so yeah, that still hits. What was the total damage?
24.
How you want to do this?
Let's take the top of his head off like right here. Go ahead.
I see an Artemis are going to blow. She falls back on her heel. Those Dragonborn arms are getting ready to go. It's going to go for its thighs. But at about that time, the axe comes, cleaves it straight off, and just squirts blood in her face. Snaps over.
So the Reaver's dead?
He's dead. You were successful.
That's a question.
You were successful.
Can't really do anything.
You had survived the encounter. So with that, what would y'all like to do?
Well, I'm gonna push the dead guy off my body. Like, 'cause
Yeah, you're downhill, so as he slumps forward, he falls on you. Go ahead and roll a strength check. What's your carrying capacity?
am I carrying?
The weight you have plus a 160-pound individual.
I can carry 255 and I've only got 88 on me, so.
So 255 minus 88.
Yeah.
So you can carry him by 7 pounds. And you slump, and he's about to take you down the hill with you.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
But yeah, you just kind of big boy him down to the side.
Cool. I'm gonna check his pockets because I can't ask questions.
Okay. Now you're gonna make you roll for it because he's dead. He's not putting up any resistance. You find 20 silver. That's it.
There's no like papers or letters or anything of use. I'm gonna kick his stupid dead body.
Okay, you do
He
that.
should have been so weak. He wouldn't have died.
I'm gonna go pick up that dagger that's put over there, and Josh's dagger.
You loot the battlefield.
And
Take a moment to do that. Pick up any strong weapons. You want to talk
I'm gonna
amongst yourself and say who
pick
gets
up
what.
Abaddon's dagger for him.
That's what he just said he claimed.
Oh, my bad.
Unless you
Sorry.
Carry it.
Well, I thought you were getting this one over here.
RP. What is Artemis saying to him as he's picking up Abaddon's dagger? Who you noticed is gone and he did not.
Yeah.
You want to carry so and so's dagger?
Abaddon's?
Yeah.
As you say that, you're just now realizing he's gone and hadn't returned to the car.
Yeah, I'll hold on to that for him.
Follow me. And then Which one did you check the pockets of?
The
Crushing.
rigger.
You got any soda in here?
Yes.
Okay. I want to go loot the SW.
Alright, so you go look at the Skyweaver's pockets. You find a component pouch full of owl feathers, some talons, six talons.
Didn't you need an owl feather?
Yeah.
Did. And you find 10 copper pieces.
How much does a dagger weigh?
Shouldn't be the same thing.
Well, seeing as I guess I could just find a dagger and then change the name to have it
Have it
on
on
there.
there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Tell me how much the dagger weighs when you find
Okay.
it. So
It weighs
While
1
y'all are in
pound.
your companions, like I said, go ahead and add component pouches, satchels.
I've got a
you know,
backpack
whatever-
in mine.
Yeah, backpack.
Yeah.
okay, talons.
Duck the gold too, don't just freebie yourself. Yeah.
6 talons.
6 talons and a component pouch full of alcohol.
How much money am I taking
Oh.
away?
However much it costs. In the compendium, what it says the value of it is, a component. If you're buying new, if you didn't
Oh,
already
no,
have, if you didn't
I
already
already
have,
had a
if you didn't already
backpack.
have it. Yeah. Make sure you know how much the backpack can carry, and that you're not saying, you know, there's extra dimensional space in that backpack.
It weighs 5 pounds. It can carry 30 pounds of gear. You can also strap items such as a bedroll or coil of rope to the outside of the backpack.
There you
Which
go.
is probably say that my rope is coiled on the outside of the backpack.
Alright.
Okay, well, this was fun. I'm not gonna offer to help other people anymore because these guys are just buttholes. So what say we go get the ponies and get this show back on the road?
How many feathers do you think's in a component pouch of owl feathers?
I don't know, bud. How about you drop it and count them?
I'm gonna count the owl
So you
feathers.
got 10 out feathers.
I'm so proud of you.
Based on my research, I'd say there's 10.
10 more feathers for a whole
Only the best from each owl.
I'm good. Doing whatever.
Okay, so
Saddle up and get the show on the road.
go back to the horses.
So you
Get Toby.
you get the horses, you bridle them. Petchcore brought the others, pulled by his horse with the cart. So what y'all do? Y'all going back to the wall to go through the water route? Or are you traveling straight back to Red Larch? Or y'all going to tarry and search the forest?
Yeah.
I think I told you Crypt Garden. I don't know if that's the name of it. It's a
Mhm.
different one.
Search the
Yes.
forest for what?
That's right.
Oh,
Put it up to you guys if you want to go look for it or not.
you still want the Etten head, don't you?
Yeah.
Maybe we should like nap before we go fight in Etten.
A
just 'cause-
short rest.
Yeah, maybe more than a short rest.
It would be the
Long
Westwood
rest.
Forest.
I'm
I told you Crypt Garden Forest.
Very
not Crypt.
tired.
When
Just
you
a
want
small,
to-
delicate woman.
Do you want to do a short rest or a long
I
rest?
need a whole long one.
Let's do a long
But
rest.
what time? It's like at what, middle of the day?
Don't know.
Yeah, it's only 8:15 right now.
Yeah, so it's like bright and early in the morning.
I want to do all the other 5 of our foraging checks and then,
It's
But
5
it
days.
was for 5 days. It was for,
yeah, you said last time we
I
had to
said you
do
could
all.
roll. Yeah, I said you could roll all of them ahead of time. You know, you could give me all the numbers, but you opted not to do that
Okay.
for your superiority dice. That you wanted to preserve them, so you can roll one for 2 days. If you didn't already do one for today,
We didn't
We
do
did.
one.
Oh,
We
we
did
did?
3. We did 3.
okay, so you get one for the past 2 days and one for today as well. So you've already done one for today, but you can continue to do that if you want to.
So is my misty form still just hanging around?
You're still there.
Sweet.
So you want to continue to forage?
On the idea that we're going to sleep after this, yeah.
Okay, so you go to the tree line of the high forest, what else? Westwood Forest.
Do you think that we can reach?
Oh,
Do you help them? Because I know you
Oh,
have.
yeah, I'll help
So
you.
you both go with them. Where do y'all stay while they do this?
Stay by the cart. Keep an
You
eye
stay
out.
by the carts. Okay.
and so
Within earshot, or how far back, or
No, I don't know how far they're going, so
It's like before you get ahead of yourself, you specify that you want to do something, so we're going to go ahead and act on that. And so go ahead and roll a. You want to let her do it since she gathers twice the supplies. Well, last time we just let you roll an advantage, or y'all each do a separate thing, and she critiques your performance and pulled in a bigger haul for you. And she does.
I think we're both
Both of
doing
you
it
just individually do it?
separately
Okay,
and
yeah.
just taking the best.
Both roll nature checks for me.
Ten.
So I got 10 of yeah. And I want to add this last one. To that 10. So it's 14.
So 14 and 10. Okay, so with that, you add the double, y'all get about the same amount. Y'all each pull in a separate haul worth 8 gold material components that could be used, alchemically for magical crafting of potions, antitoxins, medicinal herbs, a slew of different things valued at 8. Not all necessarily for, alchemical stuff. Not all allotted to one thing. So if you're proficient in this, doesn't mean it's going to cut the price of it for you there. But it's just a slew of different stuff. You find some berries,
I'm just giving it all to him.
waxes and things like that for balms.
Any
different
alphas?
types of stuff.
No,
No,
I
I
have
feel
a
this
couch
is
for them now.
But now, as you're in the forest or at the tree line, doing that, going through stuff, you see, roll, what's your passive percentage?
13.
You see at the tree line that same
Dryad.
dryad, is that what it was?
There's a dryad.
You see the dryad again.
So I just notice her, or
Yeah, she's up in the tree, up in a tree, on the limb, just standing there.
try to read her mind.
How does that work? She makes a saving throw?
Let me look at it.
So were any of the 4 places that we're going close by? So
What 4 places?
because you never really told me where any of this.
All the parcels are going to Red Lodge as far as Motherly Land, though. That's
Okay, I didn't know if one of these was just kind of down the road somewhere.
all of them are in Red Lodge except for
okay.
the one that's going to Bard right in.
It's a saving DC at 13.
Wisdom, crit, what's the spellcasting modifier that she has that she can use? What is it? 13? She rolled a 17 anyway. So she missed. And she's going to try to charm you with Fey Charm, but you have advantage on that because you're resistant to charm effects. Have just one humanoid or beast, you can see within 30 feet. If the target can see the dryad, you must succeed on a DC 14 wisdom saving throw. You have advantage.
14. That's a 5. And that's 17.
17. Okay, so you save each.
Pretty sure that you tried to
So
do
you're
something
not-
to her first.
You were not
She
charmed,
wasn't supposed to know.
and you were not under her control. But she tells you, Beast is lumbering through the forest.
So
Use your aid. That's all she says. And then the leaves that cover her form just kind of blow and scatter in the wind. And that's all she says. So
I'm just gonna walk up to them like, hey, I found you some berries and some wax and shit.
You hear all that?
Do I hear him just say bitch?
Roll perception. Disadvantage because you're walking up.
Oh, okay.
And he said under his breath.
It's a 12.
Beat a 15.
Okay, well I rolled a 12. Wait.
And disadvantage.
Perception. You said beat a what?
15.
Fuck, it's 14.
Oh, you want to use a hero point?
Yes.
You do? Roll. you did it regardless. Okay, so you hear him say that.
Who's a bitch?
There's a dry
What?
I got dry out walking through the woods.
So that on YouTube, baby.
Son of my brother.
Gets that long attention. Goodbye.
She's
It's marked not for children.
just looking at other people's business on her forge. Nosy dry out.
She was being nosy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like we're outside the woods. Woods is her domain. And she's like coming.
Oh, did she tell us to not go in the woods?
No, she's just talking nonsense.
Oh.
Your question is going to Winnepa's boarding home. It's going to Fairlawn Safe Journeys.
Yeah, no, I got it written down. I didn't know.
Yeah, they're all in Red Lodge except for the
Okay.
course.
I think I didn't write
Yeah,
that
drop
down,
off.
so I didn't know if they were just like scattered about the land. Okay. Is Chalaska Murin also in Red Larch?
That's in Barge right
With where?
in. Barge right in.
Barge right in.
Yeah.
Is that at Red Larch?
No. It's in town. A ways away from the river. Would have taken you by, but you can also travel by it.
Okay.
You know roundabout where it's at. If you're not there, though, are you? You didn't go to the tree line. You stayed back. Where'd y'all say y'all went?
I was just hanging out by
The
the
carts.
the
How far away are y'all riding on the carts up the horses?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not traveling there. I was just curious.
How many times can you use detect magic in a day?
You use it as a ritual, so you can use it as many times as you want.
Okay.
It takes 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna use detect magic on the cultist dagger. Nothing.
I'm gonna wander back to the car.
And can you get out your D3 for me? For after we go to sleep. I have to roll it to see how many charges the medallion gets back a day.
It's a new day, typically 2 days, so you still have, you can use it. You can use it on your party members if you want to. Before you go to bed, expend all the charges.
I don't know how many
All that.
charges I used last time.
It's a new day. So whatever it would roll, and you have to use it, except for the one time during the night hag, it's been 3 days since then. So
Oh, we just been going to sleep each night?
I mean, yeah, y'all were doing a relaxed pace.
Mhm.
So you're only traveling 23 miles an hour.
Yeah,
So right now it's full. So. I mean, what I'm saying is you can burn some if you want to. You have something to play with
no, okay.
before you go if you want to read their minds. Just like
Pretty nice smell. But I'm still here. It's interesting.
Hanging out with you guys now.
so you all see about this time. You hear some ruckus
I swear to
out
Christ.
towards the woods,
Sitting.
and a bunch of birds fly out of the treetops.
That's
Very
not a
very
good
faint
sign.
thudding to you guys. And then all the birds fly.
I was gonna say to Artemis was this foraging's a lot better than the last time we went out in the woods, isn't it?
We were out in the woods yesterday.
I mean before our trip now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I read her mind, see if she's forgetting about shit.
What do I roll?
Just a bit. Are you thinking about that at
What
all?
does she have? She want to do the saving DC?
Oh yeah. You,
That's what I was
you would get it.
asking.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You have the option.
You have to be a.
Was that 14?
A 14 wood.
Wisdom saving throw. Was that
Wisdom? Okay.
13.
13 wisdom. Alright. That's a 15, 16, 17.
Okay.
So you try to pry in her mind, but you don't get anywhere.
And I say, you really don't remember that time? It really took a lot out of us.
So scary.
And then I'm going to try to read her mind again.
He's gonna waste every single charge right here.
I beat that 13.
13, 15. So.
Good time. Good time.
Yeah.
Memory's slipping.
Oh.
Nothing to do.
While they're doing this, could I use the healer's kit to try to non-magically heal him a little bit?
Are you proficient? Are you proficient with the healer's kit?
I'm proficient in medicine. And I have it
Yeah,
used.
you roll and don't add your proficiency bonus.
So it'll be D4 or D8.
Roll a medicine check.
Oh,
And what are you trying to do?
I was just trying to help him because I know I think he's the most hurt out of all of us.
Since he's there in a semi-corporeal form,
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you were.
roll with disadvantage. Don't add your medicine modifier. Add your Arcana modifier. Are you proficient in Arcana?
No.
Yeah, so don't add anything and roll with disadvantage. Corporeal form. B
Four.
and 18. Okay, so you can't do anything for him. You're looking over his form and you don't know how to mend his current state.
That's okay. Just leaking.
And meanwhile, on the way to Summit Hall, just like the old saying goes, the eyes on the windows of the soul, through your eyes, you know, along the way, you being catonic, when they examine you, they see through your eyes everything you're perceiving. So whatever you're looking at, it's reflected in your eyes that they can see.
And that's the other knights are singular. So they're kind of seeing you kick ass in a not so normal form. Maybe I can intimidate them and make them think I'm some sort of real badass.
Nothing? You're also kind of in a roundabout way speaking to their good character, kind of, since there was so much kind of, you know, distrust in the whole situation that happened with Lowe's, you know, not really knowing what all was going on there. It's kind of accrediting them as not being nefarious, and also a little bit too in a roundabout way. Helping their case a little bit.
I asked Petrichor what school of magic he practices.
That would be. Give me one moment.
Let's see what most of my spells are.
That would be. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to find it for you. Oh, rats. Oh, I added it something. Your school of magic. Once it refreshes. So once it refreshes.
Bunny's splitting that guy's skull in half.
As a paladin,
Split it in half.
is it
No,
enchantment,
like,
evocation, or conjuration?
I think he's asking me.
I thought you were asking. Are you asking Pitchcore or Dursby? You.
I asked both of them.
Okay. The most likely be conjuration, evocation, or divination.
Yeah, I think mine's. Most of my spells are evocation.
What do you?
Well, I guess it would be conjuration because I'm Tempest Domain, so it'd be like making lightning.
I had to look it up since he got that spell.
Well, I only have two
Wait, what
spells.
spell is it that he's trying to use?
Check magic. You find out what the school of magic or everything.
Only spells I study are the spells of splitting things in half.
Never mind.
You may have some pretty wild ones.
So,
Most of it's.
with regard to your text message that you sent me, you can RP that since it's kind of been brought up. They have open to talk.
Sweet.
So if Dursby wants to talk to them about that, you're more than welcome to. Don't. Not meta though. However, Dursby would gather that information
Yeah.
since you don't know the scope of, you know, the request. So, sorry, that's the point of order for me. Is everybody done?
I'm ready to go to sleep. I don't want to do nothing else.
Well, I'm not going to sleep, seeing as there's some mysterious thudding coming from the woods over there.
We're both out, even though sleep.
It's, what, 9 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
now?
It's 9
It's
a.m.
probably 8:45 at this point. Yeah.
The sun's starting to hit its crest. We just had a nice breakfast of battle.
Yeah.
I
You
think
seem super cheery. Let's go kill some stuff.
Is there a way I can get back my spell stuff without a long rest? No.
Is there? Any items or anything that allow you to do that? Or
No.
can you regain anything on a short rest? No?
I don't know. I don't know how short rests work. 'Cause we like never ever use those. So.
Now you take an hour,
You could get some stuff
take an
on
hour,
short rest.
click it, see what it does. Look at your spell slot. So you all take an hour then to regain your composure, feed the horses before you set off to do whatever you're going to do, and take any dry rations you want to take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a nice breakfast or whatever.
So the time is now
So the
9:45.
short rest, an hour does nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yep, short rest.
Warlock is really pretty cool because they get all their spells back on the
Yeah.
short rest. That's sick.
You can spend one or more hit dice at the end of a short rest.
You can spend hit dice if y'all.
For each
If y'all
hit
taking
dice
any
spent.
damage. You were talking about trying to heal Dursby. You can take some hit dice.
So we're taking a short rest.
Yeah,
I
take
see
a
the-
short rest.
The 3d10 hit dice thing.
You can click it like that and try to use the automatic roll. I'm really not sure how to use that, how it plays with it. I just keep in mind what number I have and I physically roll and then click the button to burn it like I'm supposed to, and then just go back and manually input my health. You do it. I'm just gonna do honor system, whatever you tell me you got, however you want to do
You
it.
can decide to spend an additional.
That's how I do it, because I don't like the
Doesn't
roll
say anything
simulator
about
that's got for it.
Spells.
Doesn't say I have to sleep to regain
that's
the
good.
charges for the medallion. It just says that it recharges 1d3 at dawn.
Daily at dawn.
Okay, so I used one and got 8 health back.
There you go. You can use as many as you want to.
I'm gonna use the second one. I got 7 health back. So 37 health.
Awesome.
Yay.
Alright, I burned all my hit die and I'm basically back to full health and I have one spell slot, so. I mean, that's really all I need for one Etten.
I'm rolling just this for hit down.
That's what hit die you have.
I have a d10.
That's a good.
These two.
Yeah, don't use the percentile one, just do the 2.
3.
Alright, well after this lovely rest, guess I'm gonna go check out the betting list.
What's the,
Seems
mar-
ominous.
what's the marching order? You all following?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Marching order?
I'm gonna hang out at the back,
You're at the back.
just cause
Who's got the most health now?
I've got 34.
I got 37.
That's 30.
I got 33. Okay, so I'll take the lead.
I'm the weak link here.
So there's go.
Whatever marching arm is behind Stephanie.
I'm at the back.
I'm behind Stephanie.
So y'all are walking side by side at the back.
No, I'm behind Stephanie.
Y'all are each holding up the rear.
I'm behind
But
Stephanie.
do you slow down each time he tries to get behind you?
I'm behind Stephanie.
It's
do,
fine.
do roadblock.
Oh,
Okay,
wait
You're in the
until
back.
everyone leaves and then
You're in the front.
I mean, just because I
Hey,
attack with
Score,
range
you-
weapons is why I was
you
at
be
the
in the
back,
middle
but
somewhere.
you know.
I'm at the
In front.
back because the only time you're done
In
with
front of
that
Artemis.
ranged weapon
Gotcha.
is when you punch
So,
me.
everybody roll. If you'd like to proceed into the woods stealthily, roll for stealth. If you have heavy armor, roll disadvantage.
First off,
Yeah, in your semi-corporeal form, if you have heavy armor on, just give me a straight roll.
do you remember any other reason that my movement speed is 20 feet besides that I was in water?
Are you encumbered?
No.
I don't know. It's gotta be something. Is your armor too heavy for you to carry?
Oh,
If it's a
yeah.
class heavier than what you can wear if you're not proficient in it, that might be it.
No, I'm proficient on. I think it was just that it was, we were in water and I changed it for that.
Oh, if you physically went in and changed it, then yeah, that's going to reflect it. You should.
Okay.
It should keep up with that by itself for you. So you should.
Disadvantage on stealth with heavy
Yeah,
armor?
heavy armor.
I got 3.
Before we
3.
just like wander into the woods like blindly, I want to actually try to track the Etten
Okay.
because I know that it's here,
Okay.
and I can track. I learned the exact number, size, and how long ago it passed through the area.
Okay, you do. So that's just automatically granted. You have to roll for it.
I have to roll for it. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it doesn't say whether I have to or not, but I'm just assuming.
Give me a 13 because
Would that
it's
be?
pretty fresh. They haven't passed it.
Yeah. Would it be like this
Yeah, that's survival.
problem? Ooh, boy. 15.
So you see some broken twigs. You pick up on the trail. You start heading in a.
Yeah. So I guess I'm
Say
at
what?
I just imagine this giant ant just like running through the woods and like it breaks a twig and it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
I guess I'm at the front of the
You see the brush
run now.
has been carved
Mm-hmm.
through the forest.
Okay.
Start heading in a westwardly direction. You know, still early in the morning. Do a little bit on the ground. You see some big heavy footfalls and print into the mud. On the right path.
Gonna.
So for that, I'm going to ignore the lowest stealth roll. So you got a 3. So it's going to be the group. You know, more successes versus failure. So already we're avoiding 1. So it's going to be what were the rolls? Stealth that you had 4. All right, you do 2 successes or 2 fails. Is going to decide what happens. You get more hit on it. That was the same stealth roll you rolled earlier.
I didn't roll 1.
Okay.
17.
17.
Mine is also a 4.
God damn it, you guys.
Okay, so you get the trail, and you're like a bloodhound. You're going ahead quietly, and behind you, y'all are just kind of trotting along, looking up, seeing the birds that are flying by. So I think we're going the right way. You know, birds are still flying around, and yeah, your water reform is kind of sloshing and splashing.
Try and not hit a twig. Yeah, there's people areas.
So y'all travel around a little ways for that. RP would amount to about 20 minutes walk for whatever y'all want to do. It's got hush whispers.
They're back there cracking jokes. So.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like turn around and glare at you guys.
What do you call a no idea?
Make your own joke.
That's terrible.
Lord have mercy.
So you saying or doing anything?
Well, there's a lot of things that I just say that I don't think YouTube is appropriate. It's only when I do that. Acceptable.
What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator.
Yeah. How you tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile?
One will see you later and the other one sees you in a while. Or after a while. I can't remember.
After a while.
Yeah, after a while. We found this thing yet?
Yeah, y'all I'll be in about 10 minutes of travel from you.
I think sure has a big gate. Takes big steps.
You know what they say about big feet? Big shoes.
This thing
Little
looks,
brains.
This thing looks barefoot.
He's an ugly motherfucker, guys.
How big are these footprints? I can't remember how big. I know that it's big, but I can't remember.
They're about.
I saw the picture and it's ugly.
Oh, I didn't have it.
They're about.
Two-headed fat boys.
They're about a foot lengthwise and probably 10 inches wide. All right, so about that time, y'all see it a good ways off, coming through the trees, back in y'all's direction,
Oh, is it
charging
to us?
straight towards you guys.
Oh, it's charging us?
It's charging at you guys. Neither of its 2 heads look like it's really ready for you. Brushing woods out of his face. Do what?
Is it running away from
Roll
something?
perception. Where are you in the back?
I'm in the front.
You in the front now? Okay.
Yes.
Give me a 13.
14 plus 2.
Okay, you see that he's moving with purpose, and the 2 heads are singularly focused on the task of getting in y'all's direction, away from wherever it was coming from. So,
Hey guys, we might want to dip left or right.
Okay. I left.
As he says that, I will just.
roll for stealth.
I'll try to dip into the brush.
You
That's,
all try to
16.
hide yourselves, or
So that's an 18.
all right, easy enough. You just dive right behind the tree.
Yeah. I guess I'll kind of hide behind something.
Okay, it doesn't see you jump behind there.
Get the blue one, it's so good.
One of the heads was actually turned back, looking back, while the other one was looked ahead. Either one of them. So
19.
one of them got a crit fail. So yeah.
Let's see. 13.
Let's see you.
They're just gonna fuck
11.
you up.
11. Okay. So as it's looking back, with the crit fail, it pokes and prods the other one. We're not going fast enough, and I think we took a wrong turn. And the other head turns back, what? And it trips and falls and stumbles into you guys. It lands right in your midst. It's prone. What are you guys doing?
Does it like turn and look at us and be like, oh, hey guys?
The head is where it turned. It doesn't do an exorcist. Completely turned around, so it's looking off that way, looking off that way. So it just sees your feet and up a little bit, so it can see y'all that are standing off to your sides, to its side. Sees you behind the tree now.
Okay.
But like I said, it's not turning. It's heading all the way back up. What do you do?
How far away are we?
Probably.
It's in your midst. It's right in the middle of y'all.
Part of me
Yeah,
wants
right
to
there,
ask
your
it what it's
marching
running
order.
from, but at the same time, I learned my lesson on trying to ask questions. So.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna have my great axe and like swing at
Alright,
it in
roll
the face,
initiative.
in the
Oh, I
eyes.
was gonna see if I could intimidate him.
Well,
I've got pretty good intimidation.
me too.
Alright. You hadn't got a 15. Give me
20 to 25. What we got? 10 to 15.
17.
8
17.
6. You were 17.
We're both
17. You were 18.
I assume you'll
I
go
got
first.
I got an 18.
You got an
I
18.
assume you'll go first. You probably
So?
have higher,
yeah.
whatever.
Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a +4.
Yeah, mine's +1.
Soul, Artemis, Edge Core. You got a what? 6. You got 6. Okay. Edge Core.
And just so we're clear,
Alright, so you are swinging at it. You have advantage. It's prone.
just so we're clear, I imagine it falls down, and I run up to the head that would be closest to its left shoulder.
That's alright. It's got blue war paint across it right here. Knotted hair, matted.
And I'm swinging into its eyes.
Swinging at its eyes, called shot. It's gonna,
I mean, whatever you want to call it.
because that
How
has,
big
that has
is
condition
it?
effects. It's got a it's got a moderate AC, but if you're narrowly trying to clip it at its eyes, like I said, you have advantage.
You can
It'd be a
just
straight
say
roll. Since it's
whatever
it's
part
your
on its
shot.
face. It doesn't have to be its
It's just
eyes.
aiming at its
Well, you're just
face.
aiming at his face, so it's not a real shot. You're just swinging with advantage. All right, go ahead.
Swinging with advantage. And I'm going to use one of these. And that is 15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay, you did some pretty good damage.
That was
That was swing to hit, right?
Oh, it was 2 hit. That was the damage. Okay, 15. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Sorry.
And great axe. That is an 8 plus 1, so 9, and I'm just going to use another one of these. And 10 damage.
Alright. So do that. Bonus action movement?
Cool.
No? Alright. Artemis, you're up.
Okay.
Patch for you on that.
So we meet again, you know, motherfucker.
Okay, you said that in common. You know John O'Rourke.
I don't know. Hold on, until I can't remember. I don't think that I do.
No.
My favorite enemy was Beast, so I didn't choose Orc or anything.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's fine.
what
So it's gibbering and talking amongst itself as it's on the ground. You swing, you connect, it yelps. It's acting kind of frenzied now, talking. It's excited, but you don't understand anything it says unless somebody knows John. Or if you have a company language. Anyway, so
Would an arrow of ogre work on this?
I don't think so. It has characteristics of an orc.
Of an orc? Dang it.
That would have been
See,
nice.
like,
I remember you got that.
When I got it, I was thinking orc, not
Yeah.
ogre.
That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
Well, frick. Oh well, I'm just gonna shoot him in the butt or something. Do I have advantage too since he's still prone? Or?
If it's range, it's disadvantage.
No, this is.
I'll
Back
I'll
up.
make the rules.
I'm gonna back up.
Ranged attacks are a disadvantage on prone creatures.
Oh, just in general?
Melee is advantage. Prone is disadvantage.
Okay, I'm a whipping.
So you're gonna get your whip out.
Where's my
okay.
whip?
Is it bar?
It's just a whip.
That's what it is.
Should have got a bar whip, but didn't have to. Okay.
What's
Ooh,
that?
well, I'm glad I got advantage because that's a 1.
Okay.
That's a 13, 19.
That hits.
That's on our stilettos.
Roll damage.
Yes. Okay. And that's gonna be. Should just use my freaking hands. It's better. Okay. 1, 5.
5? Okay. Alright. Bonus action.
Go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay. So that's your turn. Petrichor, you're up.
So we're all just kind of like now standing around this thing.
Standing around it. It's our
Is there 10 feet of space where I can hit only it?
No. Well, no, it only covers 5 spaces to crawl on the ground. You can say, no. No, because he ran up to attack, and we're going to say y'all are pretty closely together. No.
Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna. No, who's going next? Grandpa? I'll just, Man, why not? He's taking damage, right? I'll, give me a wisdom saving throw. It's gotta be the 13.
Two heads, the head has advantage on wisdom perception checks and on saving throws against being blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, stunned, or knocked unconscious. This is just told dead though, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily deafened. Is that part of it?
No.
Okay, so just a straight roll?
Yeah.
Got a 9.
Okay, so he's gonna take a d12 of necrotic damage.
D12.
That is 3.
It is now the Eden's turn. Oh, bonus action. Movement.
I will can move myself farther behind the tree.
Alright, you're moving out of its attack range. It's going to take attack of opportunity at disadvantage. Go down combat with it. 8 and 2. Pretty sure you're fine.
Yeah.
7, that's a 7. 8 and 7. So, wait. 7 plus 7. So 14.
I'm still fine.
Okay.
My AC is 18. My AC is 18.
Okay. Yeah, so swings from off on the ground.
AC of 18.
This is pulls that muscle back in where she
Just
is.
because of the shield.
It's hurting. Alright, so now it's its turn. Takes half its movement to stand up.
I'm not chained up because halfway was driving me inside of the dungeon 2 days ago.
Both heads are going to look around. It's going to swing at Dursba with take a multi-attack. One is held. So this is a two-handed creature. One arm perceivably controlled by one side, the other side. One is holding a battle axe, and the other's holding a morning star. They're each going to swing at you, Dursba. 15 to hit. Alright. The one with the red war paint down just its nose two big tusks. It swings its battle axe at you and misses. The other one swaps inside and a slash. It got a 18. Hits. Okay.
Yay.
Morningstorm is about okay, the same damage. That's it's 14 damage. Alright, and now it's gonna run past you. The rest of its 20 feet, you get an attack of opportunity. So you could roll a hit.
Sweet.
You actually you wouldn't. All three of you would get attacks of opportunity. All but there's all but Petra.
Well, I crit failed, so.
Great for that. Okay.
I'm going to.
Oh, it's a 7. I'm just kidding.
Attack of opportunity is just a reaction. You just have a basic attack roll, but you can't enter spear with that. It's just a reaction.
There's a 6.
Yes. You hit. So would you like to take your attack as he's walking out of melee range right away with your whip, or is that finesse that you can put it out? I guess you couldn't wait to draw your nose.
Yeah, I just went with the
Gotcha.
the whip.
Yeah, that's what you have to do, I think.
6.
6 damage?
Yes.
Alright. Okay. And so now it is.
And can I take this moment to swap from whip to bow, or do I need to wait?
Yeah, that's your turn. This was just reaction. So yeah, now it's Darius' turn.
So is it trying to run away from
It's
this?
running away from you.
I need something scarier.
It's running past y'all. Yeah. Southeast of
Dry up.
What?
Pixel.
Dry up.
Got me hurt. Now this thing's trying to run away. Since it attacked me, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to attack it.
Okay.
I'd be more concerned if you're actually here and not.
It got it's 20 feet away from you guys though, so there's 20 feet distance between you. If you want to move first, get
Don't bother me.
use your movement first to get to it.
Okay.
Is that what you want to do, or you want to start that?
Well,
Just let you know the scenario.
I'll move towards it,
Okay.
and 9's not gonna hit it.
So that's your 20 feet, and no, that's not it. Hero point. Roll a d3, try to, no? Okay. You miss. Bonus action?
Negative.
No? Okay. So, you should count 20. I'll wait for Stephanie.
Just for my meta knowledge, does this thing speak common?
I've already, no, had a point where it only speaks giant orc.
Okay, I didn't know if it would understand if we tried to yell at it.
Negative. Doesn't understand reason.
You'd be like, what are you running from?
Nope.
Your
Damn it,
past
where's
will
Chrome?
always find you.
Yeah. Your past will always find you.
Drink as well. Mini break.
Check on the recording. You good? You have average?
Sorry.
All right. Now that Stephanie's back, initiative count 20. Barreling towards you guys, the direction that the Etten came and emerged from. You see a big lumbering bear, but it's not quite a bear. As you see that the head of it, just above its maw, floral fungal protrusions all over it. Tongue kind of dangling out of its mouth. Emerges, runs at you. So now it's going to run 40. No, it only has to use 30 to catch up to that. And from the time it broke from where it was to you guys to where it ran to. It's up on the head.
Is it still chasing me at me? Does it just kind of like run past
Runs
us?
past you guys and gets on the edge.
Alright, you know what? This seems like a them problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like an issue that'll solve itself.
GT float.
Crit fails the first attack, so it steps on its tongue, kind of lumbers forward, misses the first attack, and goes to swap out with its claw. Double crit fails. Okay, so multi-attack, it didn't do nothing. It turns around and perceives it's there and sees it. Knows it's not going to outrun it now. So they're both in your midst, and that's its turn. So now, top of the round, and now it's Soul's turn.
My turn.
It's your turn. They're each 20 feet away from you. Now the spore bear is about 15 feet away from you.
I'm going to
GT.
So they fighting or they just right
From
fighting?
what you've seen so far, yeah, the Etten has, best you know, been running from it. It's caught its square in there as it tried to attack it.
I know
You
it's
think it looked kind of clumsy.
I know it's an abnormal bear, but is it a normal bear size?
On the bear size, besides its head, being overgrown.
Okay. I'm gonna move like however far, so it's me and then the bear and then that.
Okay, so you get right behind the bear.
Right behind the bear, and I'm gonna take a swing with my great axe, and I'm gonna add my
So
proficiency.
for the purposes of this, it has been flanked by, you're presenting yourself as hostile to it, 2 hostile creatures, so you would have advantage on the attack against the bear. Because the Etten's on the other side, an aggressor to it, and now you hostile to it, so you have advantage.
Okay, and unlike last time, I'm gonna add my proficiency and all that to it this time. So I have advantage, and I'm using my great axe.
If you're doing dual wielding, you have
I'm not.
Okay.
It's a two-handed great axe.
cool.
So that's a 19,
19 it's 4 bear.
and that's an 18. So 19,
And
and then we do damage, and that is a 7 damage. It does 4 bear.
Okay.
And does it do anything else since it's a surprise attack?
No, it's not surprised, it knows you're there. But
7 damage.
okay, so as you hit it, swing down on it, a spray of spores and gaseous material comes out at you, and where you cleave into it, the axe, give me a DC Constitution demons
Let me in.
16. Hey buddy, he's in the bathroom.
DC what?
16. 16
What type of saving throw?
Constitution.
What did you say?
DC is 16.
16.
Be 16. Hey!
That's an 8.
8. Okay, so you take a D4 poison damage. Cannot be healed by magical means. Until you try to beat it at the end of each of your turns. 2 damage. You take an extra point.
Was all on my D4?
Okay.
Or did you roll it?
Oh yeah, I rolled.
What have you
2
got?
damage.
2 damage. And I am poisoned?
2 damage. You're poisoned. On top of each one of your rounds, you take 1 more poison damage. You can't be healed by magical means until the poison's removed. You can make a Constitution saving throw again. Each of your turns, at the end of each of your turns, to resist the poison. So, that's the end bonus action.
No.
Okay. No? No bonus action? Alright. Artemis, you're up. Petrichor, you're in deck.
Gonna look at my party members and be like, I don't think I want to do this. I'm gonna disengage.
I already
from
got
it.
poison. We might as well.
Disengage.
Got poison
That's
for
your
nothing.
action.
And then
Shoot it.
I'm just gonna sidestep.
Oh, hold on.
Just gonna go back
Give me a
there and
second.
shoot it.
Ed also has to make a DC save.
To the poison?
Yeah, he's poison as well.
Cool. Kill it.
Oh, kill the Etten.
Takes 4 damage.
Shoot it.
What's it?
Use your fancy arrows and shoot
Okay. So that.
it. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna disengage. and then I'm gonna sidestep around so they can't see me, and then I'm gonna head back towards away from them.
Okay, roll stealth with advantage. 'Cause, everyone's engaged up front. I'm trying to perceive. Eden sees you disengaging with a nat 20.
Do what?
Eden sees you trying to slink behind the tree with a nat 20.
Okay, well, I rolled a 9.
Yeah,
So
remember that time you didn't help him.
leave it Etten.
Eden will remember that. The spore bear does
Yeah.
not.
Oh, does he also remember the time that, like, I offered him up some goats and wandered away?
Okay, so you disengage, trying to hide. How's your movement too? As you move behind the tree or something?
Yeah, I was just trying to.
Alright, so Petrol, your turn.
I'm also of the idea that we should probably get away from this fight, but I wanted to try this anyways. So, I'm going to try and use Shatter.
Okay.
So in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a foot 60 feet from within 60 feet of me.
Okay, so you get each of them 10 foot. You get both of them at not soul.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and get both of them, and not so they both have to make a Constitution saving.
Okay. And what are the effects of shatter? The spore bear is resistant to blind, frightened, paralyzed, and poison.
It's thunder damage.
Thunder.
Also, if a creature is made of, well, this doesn't matter. Stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on its saving.
Stone crystal.
But this is a bear. Also, any non-magical objects that aren't being worn or carried take damage. I don't know. Yeah.
So what am I rolling now?
Constitution
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Alright. The spore bear rolled a dirty 20.
Okay.
The Etten rolls Constitution
Yeah.
22. So does it do anything?
Yeah, they take half damage.
Taking half damage. Okay, cool. Why can they still take damage even though they fail?
Yeah, I get to do it.
Succeeded.
I get to do it 4 times a day, so why not? I'm gonna use twice, 3 times. I'm gonna use my channel divinity,
Okay.
and they're just gonna take max damage because it's
Oh.
thunder damage.
Very cool. Okay. So max damage was how much?
24.
24. You're a big. Still getting y'all. Okay.
Well, they still take half of that.
I thought you said the channel divinity makes a full damage.
Well, it makes the attack full damage, but they still have the effects
That's
of.
a 12.
Yeah, so only 12.
Okay. You're still up big.
It was still gonna be higher than I could have rolled. So.
Okay. Alright. Let's see. We'll retaliate for health while we move on.
Oh, and then my bonus action on summon my spiritual weapon.
Hey, y'all aren't doing bad. That's pretty good. These guys are tanky, but y'all are still doing pretty good. Yeah.
And you said they're 20 feet from us, right? About
Yeah.
20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for my bonus action, I'm gonna summon my spiritual weapon and move it over there.
Okay. So are you gonna kind of put it?
I would put it.
Are you gonna put it behind the Etten so it would be bear Etten you, so you would have advantage on the Etten? Is that how you wanna do it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So Saul, you got advantage on the bear. You got advantage on the Etten. Cool. All right. So with that, It is now the Edmund's turn. So he's going to attack this forebear with advantage. He's going to use his multi-attack. 18, that hits. So first attack hits, second attack misses. So let's see what it is. Morning Star, 14 damage. So it's port, and it takes a ton of damage.
We're really pulling for them just to kill each other at this point.
48, and it takes 14. Very cool. Okay. And so now it gets to make a Constitution saving throw, try to resist the effects. Of course, and shrug it off. No, fails. 7. Okay.
So where was that a minute ago?
Yeah. So, that's the Ed's turn. Slams it back down to the same spot because it's not very intelligent with a -2 modifier. Same spot. Sprayed the poison fumes on it earlier. Takes another big whiff. Alright, so that's its turn. Graversville, you're up.
I'm going to move disengage
Okay. Everybody's doing the same thing.
and use
Well, you don't have to disengage because you're not in its attack.
Yeah, you're
Attack
20
range.
feet away.
Disengage, what it does is it doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity from it. So you can maintain your action, keep it, and just use your movement.
Okay. So I'm going to stay close enough where if the Petrichor or Soul need help, I can jump in, but I'm also going to swap to my javelin.
So you're going to use a free action. What do you have? We'll say, what do you have equipped? Because
Great axe.
you took a turn already. You had your great axe. So action would be to free action would be to put it away. Action would be we'll say bonus action would be to take it out. What are you equipping?
Javelin.
So now do you want to do an action?
Would using my hit dice be an action
Using your hit dice. What do you mean?
to heal?
Unless you have a feat, like Dwarven Fortitude is one, for example, that you have to have a feat to be able to use your hit dice in melee combat. Otherwise, you don't use them during short rests.
I guess I'll throw my javelin at him.
Okay, which one?
And, who's got the most help?
You don't know.
Who's
The
Both
bear,
look okay.
The bear's back is to you.
You can't really tell about the spore bear because it's covered in fungus, so you don't really know its general hardiness. But the Etten, it seems like he's still doing pretty well as well. So. It's really a toss-up.
I want to fight the spore bear at the least, so I want to take it out first. Yeah. So I'm going to throw my javelin at the spore bear.
Okay, Darisburg would know that Soul is still within attack range of it, so if it releases another clump of poison gas, he would take another D4 damage. If Darisburg would still do that, that's fine.
I really wish I could retcon because I want to be poison. So I can just walk up and be like, chop, chop.
Yeah, if you want to retcon, I'll let you move it that way. But
Okay.
like I said, everyone would know, given situational awareness that haven't seen him get hit in the face with that frog
As he
cloud
goes
of
there to hit
poison.
the
That
thing with an axe, be like, sorry, bud.
it would be more poison into him. Speaking of, the D4 for the hit it again. You're still in range for your damage.
I got that more poison damage.
More poison damage when it hit it again. Yeah.
Okay.
One more damage. Not bad, just one more. Yeah. So anyway, what are you going to do with your turn? Do you want to retcon and do the movement, get up to it, or you just want to attack from afar, or you want to hold your? You can hold your action to wait until Soul moves and then release your javelin. That can be your trigger. You can hold an action to where you say,
Yes.
"This is my turn. I'm spinning it this way," and as soon as he moves, even though it's no longer your turn, you hold your action. Then you throw it.
Sweet. Let's do
Okay.
that.
So you're holding your action until the trigger being he moves.
Yep.
Okay.
Hopefully he does.
But you don't know that that's what he's doing. Your back is turned to him for one thing. So no meta, but it's there. You Soul might move anyway because you're getting hit with poison gas. Now it is the spore bear's turn. So I'm gonna roll the D3. Ignoring the results of 1. You're gonna be 2. The F is gonna be 3. You had a D3?
No,
Back to me.
I gave it back to you.
Let's see if it attacks you or the
It
F.
was set on the table somewhere.
Oh, there it is. I see. One of the results of 1. You're 2. The F is 3. One of the results of 1. Roll again. Take a chance. Golly.
Well,
Alright, it's gonna hit you. So it turns around, snaps at you with a multi-attack. Ooh, that's 70. 12 plus 7, 19.
yeah, that is.
Alright, so that's the first attack.
And you can't be healed magic.
Second is a 13.
Is it on this? I've got 18 actually.
So the first attack hits, the second attack misses.
Oh.
You take D8 plus 5. 7 plus 5, that's 12 damage. So it turns around and just swats wide of its claw and lunges forward and make up the distance between you and it, and just sinks its teeth in your torso. Takes a big bite. Draws back. Already you see, infection. It looks like it's wanting to try to set in. Nasty barnacles and things from its mouth are in the wounds in your side. Alright, that's its turn. So you're up.
So in D&D, is antitoxin and antidote poison the same thing?
Yes. So go ahead and you take 1 point of damage from the poison. And at the end of your turn, you roll a Constitution saving throw, DC 16 to shrug off.
And do you regain 1 hit die per day?
I think that's how it works. I think you regain half of your hit dice per day, unless you sleep in heavy armor. You don't be defensive. You're not sure.
I can use my bonus action before my action. Okay. I'm using second wind to regain health.
Okay.
So
That's your bonus action?
yeah, it's my bonus action.
I'll just show them that.
That's my D10 plus my body level. So 8.
Okay, so you regain it, yeah.
I can't craft in combat.
You can certainly try.
I like to roll to the middle.
And I'm trying to craft an antidote for poison.
You can shrug it off at the end of the turn if you succeed in your Constitution saving throw to resist the effects.
Okay. So I'm going to attack it with my great axe again.
You're going to attack the spore bearer.
Yeah.
I'm not learning from my
Okay.
mistakes.
I'm gonna get more poisoned if I successfully hit it.
You take another D4 from the plume of the cloud. The emissions of the toxins. What was the emission? So. But if you want to do that, that's what you do. If that's what you want.
Yeah, sure.
Doubling down, I like it.
Yeah. So, yeah, with my great axe, I'm going to swing at it. And do I have advantage still? No.
Why did you have? Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, good.
It's still flanked. You have
Because
advantage.
that's a 5,
Awesome.
and that's a 6.
Yeah, misses.
So,
What do you add to it? You add
oh yeah.
strength and proficiency.
So that's an 8 and that's a 9.
No, still miss.
And
So you're reeling just from that bite.
I'm going
So now
to
roll a Constitution saving. Is this the end of your turn? Okay. At the end of your turn, Constitution saving. You can move, but we get an attack of opportunity against you.
and that was my swings, and I'm going to use action surge.
You are. Is that on a bonus action to do that, or is that just a once per day trait thing?
It's probably a trade.
I think it's a bonus action.
it's like rage for a barbarian. And you used your bonus action to do something.
You can take one additional action on top of your regular action and a possible bonus action.
Okay, so it's just
Sounds like an extra thing.
So it's just once per long rest. Okay, so you do that way.
That's 13. And that's 20. Not a natural, but a dirty 20.
Okay, so yeah, dirty 20 hits.
And then
So you're frightened. You're reeling back. You miss the first swing, but then you kind of shake your head, clarify your intent. Swing down on its neck as it's biting you. How much damage?
that is 7 damage.
Doesn't that have plus slashing damage?
Yeah, that's a 6 plus 3.
It's
got one
different. Not very nice.
You got special. And
It's strength plus proficiency, so whatever your modifiers are, whatever the
Oh,
difference is.
so
That,
all
that
that
should be
does-
keeping up before.
Got it.
so is it how I want to do this, or do you want me to have the thing?
You can add it. If you're adding more damage to it, go ahead.
Well, I can do it before or after I find out.
Okay, it's not. It's still standing, but it's looking rough.
Okay. Then I'm gonna add it.
Okay, you do that. How much?
1.
Okay.
So, 8 damage.
It's looking rough.
And then roll, what do I have to beat on Constitution save?
16th saving throw. Make sure you're adding your saving.
Camera froze.
Where does it show the saving?
Technical difficulties. Point of order.
Bottom.
And we're
On
back.
the
Sorry about that.
sides.
Okay,
Between the
so
bottom and the sides.
swung.
Everything ball in it now.
You take more poison damage.
So I got some A6 over like
4. 4 poison damage.
I'm
So, it and soul looking pretty rough. So as it's doing that, your nose and ears are starting to bleed a little bit, and your eyes are reddening.
It's a
Poison.
Tuesday.
So, Artemis, you're up. Petrichor, you're on deck.
So, hey guys, should I join back in on this action?
I thought you were
Or-
disengaging.
That's why I'm yelling
Oh, I
to you
die.
guys.
Well, at this
Well,
point,
listen, I was under the impression that we were all leaving,
I would have.
except for you. And
We're just
then
gonna leave him to die.
I'll say you're taking free action and shout this at him if you want to converse for just a moment to clarify your battle plan.
As she says that, I'm just gonna kind of go like.
Were you wanting to help? I'm sorry, blood in my ears.
I wasn't talking to you.
Okay, never
I
mind.
think at this point we're a little too far deep.
God, we need some help because I can't hit shit apparently.
But, okay. fine.
As long as I don't
And you
die.
say,
6,
and
5.
I pull my bow.
Okay.
you said the bear was looking kind of rough,
And
right?
the bear's the rough
Everyone
looking
in
Looks
my
kind of rough as far as what you can tell.
one? Okay, and then the
Some of its
Etten-
fungal protrusions are kind of falling off, and where it's cleaved, it's severed a great deal.
Okay. Aim for that guy. That's the Edna.
But if you hit the bear, like tomato.
Okay.
You're gonna poison him again.
I think in like real life or
I would let you wreck on that if you want to. Yeah, you would know now. Some of your attacks are causing these fumes that you attack the bear. Soul is in its proximity that it might.
after like 5 turns.
But if you want to continue to damage it,
And we're just like.
if that's what
She's been behind a tree this whole time.
Yeah,
She
I'm not
hasn't
paying
seen
attention.
that.
Like, I
you
don't-
actually rolled today to control your arms, your members, and so dragon arms wouldn't take the lead, make you attack. So
Fine. I was told to join battle. I don't know. I
What
guess.
about rolling a perception check to see if she realizes that happens?
it's happened several times.
But I was behind a tree.
Were you
Like,
behind a tree?
Remember, I hid. Like, I wasn't watching battle.
Even when it happened the first time. The first time Soul got.
Well, the first time.
First
it
time
happened,
Soul took his turn before her, so she would have seen that.
And he got poisoned, but she didn't know that he's taking
He
more
takes
damage every
time
time
it
it happens.
We'll
She
say,
was hiding
we'll say
behind
you
the
know.
tree.
We'll say you know.
I know.
And even if she does,
From
I don't
having
think
happened
she
the
cares
first
that
time.
much.
Take that shit care of. That's the real question. I'm saying you can withdraw that attack if you like, or if you want to proceed with it. Artemis would kind of know.
Well, I guess I'll shoot that at him.
Shoot that. Okay.
So 16 can hit.
16 hit that. I'm pretty sure it does. Yes, it does. Ed is very grateful for the assistance. It was looking kind of worried. Now it's squinting one eye and kind of growling, looking at his lips, and you know, the chance of victory is now.
And one thing I'm really upset about is I disengaged from battle. So like
Wasted a turn.
Do what? No, I wasted a spell slot because I had one spell left to use, and I cast Hunter's Mark on it, and then I was like, "Hey, I'm out." And then we're back at it, and that's all I just said. 8 damage.
8 damage. Nice, not too bad. Alright. So you hit it in the tuft of hair, you know, right above its belly button. It punches at it, snaps it off, leaves the arrowhead in its stomach.
The energy.
Oh no! It's radiant energy. Yeah, so it just disperses across his belly. It goes to do that. It's kind of confused. There's nothing there.
Stupid.
So, they are pretty stupid. All right. So that was your turn. Bonus action. Movement. Okay. Coach Cole, your turn.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. That is a 21 to hit on the bear.
What type of damage is it?
It's radiant.
Radiant. Okay. So you attack.
At least hold on, let me make sure before I say that.
21, you said.
Yeah, radiant damage. 21 to hit.
To hit. That hits. This time, no plume of toxic fumes are released.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. It's like a laser, so there's no impact caused.
You don't know. See it now. You know.
16 damage.
16 damage. Okay.
And then
As it hits, it kind of slumps, you know, like it's dead leg on one. So barely holding itself up. It's looking really rough. As rough as you've ever seen a fungal looking bear before.
for the bonus, I want to have the spiritual weapon hit.
Advantage.
It's a 10.
10 hit the advantage. And this is.
I rolled a 3 and a 6.
What is the form of your spiritual weapon?
It's a trident.
Trident.
It's the weapon of Istitia.
That'll cause a poison flame.
Okay, so as I was reaching for the
It's behind it.
radiant
so
bow,
it's
the one head's looking down, the other's swiveling, looking around, looking at what could possibly happen, and just feels the breeze of the trident swapping at it, and with its half of the body, kind of force pushes against the other side, his mask just kind of shifts and barely misses, and he swings over and kind of playfully pops the other head inside. All right, so that is your turn. It's now the Edmonds' turn.
Finish that bear for us, bud.
He's gonna swing at the bear both times. That first hit misses. The one that got jostled by its twin head. This one missed. And on the left, 15, that hits. So that is a 15. Yep. So brings the battle axe down on the and takes 4 damage. On the spore bear. Cleaves it in half, 2 rotted pieces, just looks like plaque on the inside, string and sinews of it as it separates and falls apart. And the cloud of poison hits it. Damage. Just to make a saving throw to see if it finally strokes the poison off because it continues to get sprayed with it. 15. It shrugs the poison off. I'll say that being flush with its victory, it pulls
from his pool of stamina, and even in the midst of it getting sprayed, finally just wipes and smears blood from himself off over it. Coagulated, kind of clogs his nose and everything up. And they each blue replaces it with blood, war paint, and the other one as well. Drugs the effects of poison off. Bear's seemingly dead, and now it is Dursley's turn. So you're up. It would have been before Bear, but he's dead now. And Etton's looking worse for wear, but not too bad.
Sweet. I need to move up, close the gap between.
Yeah, the bear would be difficult
bear.
to unless you want to walk around. Yeah, you check another 4 damage if you want to kill it.
Okay.
1. So 2 damage, 1 for it being 1 on your turn. You're still poisoned, 1 from the cloud. 2 damage total, and then your turn.
We'll go around the edge and the bear.
Yeah, wasn't it my turn?
His turn or my turn?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Thursday.
yeah, it's Dur- yeah. You were up now. Yeah, you were on dead. Yeah, it's Dursley's turn. Sorry. We do take you take 1 damage.
Do I take one?
You take 1. You'll take 1 more on your turn. Sorry.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it.
Sorry, I apologize. Yeah.
I'm going to use Lay on Hands and spend 5 hit points to cure Soul.
Does he roll for it, or do you expend some of your hit points?
I expend my hit points.
5 charges or hit points?
5 hit points.
You lose 5. You have a total pool. Okay, I see what you're saying. You grant him 5 hit points. Gotcha.
And it says your blessed touch can heal wounds. You have a pool of healing power that replenishes when you take a long rest. With that pool, you can restore a total number of hit points equal to your paladin level. As an action, you can touch a creature or draw power from the pool to restore a number of hit points to that creature. Alternatively, you can spend 5 hit points from your pool to cure the target of 1 disease or neutralize any poison affecting it.
Oh, so from your personal life force, you can expend 5. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I know that. I've never heard. I've seen without hands used that way.
Because I'm at 12.
Well,
So unless you want me to die,
I don't have any healing.
Okay.
Well, he can remove the poison, so you.
This will
can
remove the
heal
poison, so yeah, you can actually now physically roll and take that 1 damage off and keep it relief on.
So now you have 13 hit points instead of 12. Celebrate.
So that's your bonus action or your action.
That would be soon action.
It doesn't say it's an action. Okay. Bonus action remove it.
Bonus action. I'm gonna stay with that.
Cool. And now it is your turn.
And move around to the back of the head. Behind it.
Okay. So you
And
move around the bear. Okay. And you move around the bear in the Etton's melee range, but not out of it. So once you enter, you stay in there. You move around the back of it with a spiritual weapon. So you're not occupying the same space. You can get to a spiritual weapon. We'll try that. You can be to the left of it, or you can walk even further around the trident and then off to the right of it.
that's all this way.
It's not a quick one.
Oh, okay. That's all we do. I'm gonna slice as it at its Achilles heel.
Call shot.
I'm just
General swap it leg.
swap it between its calf and its heel.
Okay. The purpose of me asking if it's a call shot, if you're saying, because
Yeah, be
leather armor covers up certain points, and you might want to swap it its Achilles tendon to hack its movement or its speed or something like that. So you specify that you're doing it as a call shot, so otherwise I'll ask. In your case, it would be disadvantaged.
I'm just gonna do
So if you're making a
regular
general attack in that
at the
area,
back of it.
gotcha. General attack. Go ahead.
That's a 13.
That hits.
And then I'm doing this with a great axe, by the way.
Okay. Double-handed or one-handed? Because you can't do one-handed, I believe.
Two-handed.
Two-handed. Okay. Go ahead.
And that is a 10 damage.
Okay. You add anything to it?
It's the 9 damage plus 1, but I'm saving my last whatever.
Damage. Okay. Very good.
And then roll to shake off the poison.
He cures you.
Okay.
Thank you. There's
Yee.
All right.
The percentage of health.
Artemis, you're up. Petrichor, you're on deck.
I'm gonna take a 5 penalty just to see if I can get that extra good. So 8, 12.
12 to hit. Just hits.
Okay. So it's gonna be 6. So 4 plus 5, 9, 19.
19 damage. Nice. All right. Bonus action.
I do take quite a lot of damage.
He's looking really rough now.
He's got to be a thick boy. He's got a lot of health.
All right.
That's a big old boy.
Petrichor, you're up.
That's I gotta touch you to do that, so we're not moving up there. I'm a guiding bolt them.
Guiding bolt for her.
What is that?
It's nothing.
Alright, so it's a 24.
24 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Just
definitely hits.
barely good.
It's barely. So he's gonna take 6.
How you want to do this?
20 damage.
How you want to do this?
He's gonna get hit with guiding bolt, and it's just radiant energy, and it's just gonna like flash across him, and his life force is gone.
Alright, so right as Artemis delivers that radiant bow that just bam, slams over him, you simultaneously do it, just like a haymaker, that just radiant energy slams up into him, singes and burns all of his hair off, and his belly hair too, and he just falls down smoking, eyes, burnt, and like burned dried up raisins in its sockets, and all the hair just singed off of him, and he's smoking.
Yeah.
He's there,
One
dead.
at a time.
So I'm going to loop him.
Always,
If I cut into this dead
All-
bear,
all
is
he's-
it going to spray
all
blood?
he's got on is a loincloth with some, animal skulls on
Do we
it.
have those weapons?
And he has,
Oh, he's
he
got
has
some
the
skulls
he
on
has
there.
that
Skulls
Well, I've got to
He has
take
a
his
morning-
heads
he has a
to
morning
take to the
star.
paladin.
Yeah, he has a morning star and a battle axe.
So I'm gonna want to, out of necessity, decapitate him twice.
You
I
got
like that you had to clarify out of necessity.
Yeah.
Going to the
So do you say this?
Yeah.
Okay, tell everybody what you're doing, because they got the killing blow, so they might be entitled to the loot. They might think. Y'all RP this now, however you like.
Do y'all want the weapons? Like, what weapons do I see on the ground?
Why
It
do you-
looks like
You
a
see those
bow,
two? Yeah, battle axe and a morning star.
battle axe and a morning star.
A morning star is like a
Rather
maul with
big.
a spikes on it.
spikes.
Yeah. They look pretty large.
You want them? Okay. Y'all want his loincloth?
Kind of.
Kind of. Take it. You get to loot it.
Yeah.
So, I say this to the group, out of necessity, decapitate him twice. How much do his heads weigh? I'm not going to clean them for the fact of
That weighs 20
the
pounds.
paladins.
They weigh 20 pounds apiece. Even without the hair eyes.
Yeah, do not ask me to carry a noggin because I'm not doing it.
You can probably tie it onto your horse.
With the tusk protrusions out, you could probably fashion something where you can tie around the tusk and
Just dragging along behind
Yeah,
you.
put 'em all
drape it
inside
around.
the
And,
bags.
yeah,
Use the tusks as a plow.
But yeah, fashion the tusks into your new.
Yeah, I'm going to
footballs.
take those two heads, put them on the horse in some way, and the horse can carry them.
take a moment to do that.
And can I get bear claws? Or you want me to roll to loot the bear? Can I tell?
Wouldn't
Do I?
touch that
Yeah, I was about to
bear.
say. I would
Did
try
he
not
like
to touch
almost
that
die
thing.
because you touched the bear?
If you get poisoned again, it can't help you.
I'm got an antidote. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Can I craft my antidote?
I'm gonna
before I
say that the
loot bear?
claws are very brittle. Is at the most of the damage isn't necessarily so much from the slashing, it's from the weight of the impact of the paw coming down on you. The actual claws are kind of brittle, but if you
Okay.
want to take them, you're more than welcome to.
But the inside of them, if the best way I know how to explain it, if you ever had a tooth capped, you know, when
And the
that
inside
tooth finally
of
comes
it's
out,
dead,
it's
yeah.
you know pasty. Yeah, you know the inside of his paws are kind of rotted looking.
Can I inspect it and see like this bear was dead before it was infected? I'm assuming. Or has it just been
Roll a
rotting?
medicine check.
Not being.
Well, he's asking specifically if it's dead. He's got up 15.
Or if I can,
We'll say that your time at sea encountering moss on different docks and sea sprayed landscapes, that this looks like it is a host to this new thing that the bear was just the vessel. So this is an actual fungal living, its own separate living thing that the bear was just the carrier.
I'll light it on fire.
Okay, you do that. So how do you what's your source of fire?
I have a tinderbox.
Okay.
And
It very easily ignites.
yeah,
So the whole thing is burning, and the stench is horrendous.
I light it as we're leaving.
I don't want like flame-ridden spores to fly towards me.
Yeah, that's as we're leaving. I was gonna be like, I'm gonna set this on fire real
Just
quick.
don't like toss it behind you.
Yeah.
Flames.
Like a
Movie
cool
scenes.
movie.
Yeah.
I throw the cigar behind me and it just.
Okay, so
Or like Joker just calling over your shoulder and just keep
Yeah.
walking faster.
Talk my dress.
I'm gonna roll 2d20s
Uh-oh.
on a count of 18 and 20. 18 to 20 twice. Someone may speak for you. I'm rolling on Abaddon's half too. I'm not making you do it. I got a 7, so no. I got a 12, so no. So you don't know.
Okay, cool.
Neat.
It was a random encounter that may or may not have said anything to you. And so no. Anticlimactic, probably. But anyway, so
I guess we head.
do your characters have any nagging thoughts? Yeah, that's where I'm getting at with those two rolls. Not trying to railroad. Are y'all pushing further in the forest to see maybe what caused the
I mean,
spore servant? Are y'all heading back? Are you?
I guess after my investigation of it, I would tell them, this is like a living fungus, and for it to have scared the Etten this much,
Maybe we should be afraid of it too.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm like 4/5 of the way of being dead, so I'm a third.
I try to help you guys, but I'm actually out of spell slots.
Yeah.
No,
See, maybe.
Huh?
Okay, 18. So at this time, I didn't want y'all to miss anything, but I wasn't gonna railroad. At this time,
Johnson, okay.
so at this time, a big burly guy, portly. We'll say portly. Minus the chicken bone. Comes running out, whereas the rendering of it is just a green cloak on him. This is actually, leafy, twigs and everything interwoven over a cloak to give him kind of a grass covered. This is actually leather armor over it. Yeah, daggers instead of fork and knife. He enters the scene. Oh no! He looks kind of sullen. What happened to Jax?
Bear that.
The bear! Oh, I was too late. I pursued it this far. He was chasing the giant out of the woods for us. I knew I should have got out of here sooner. He was getting into my wares.
The giant or the bear?
The giant. He'd been raiding these woods, pulling travelers in here and slaughtering them, eating them, killing their cattle and anything that they were driving.
on the way out here. He stumbled into my camp, and then the bear,
Yeah, so this is my
Jax,
first run in
he
with
tried to
him.
help us.
The bear was friendly.
Well, yes, he's harmless. He seems very so broken-hearted about this bear.
Charlotte, have been on fire yet?
If you were holding the action until y'all were starting to
Yeah.
leave, then no.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and like hold his hand and apologize.
I'm gonna ask him.
Just tap your hands. It's no problem. I appreciate the citizens
Was-
very kind of you.
Was the bear a normal bear the last time you saw it?
No. He's been this way as long as I've known him, and you can see now the same kind of spores that are on the bear. You see kind of faintly coming out of his ears. You know, fungal stuff. Not a lot. And as he talks, his jaw comes out a little bit, like it's been broken several times and healed up. So he's got an underbite. His teeth are kind of green at the gums, and the enamel's black around the teeth, and not the best of breath, but friendly. You know, as long as I've known him, he's part of the colony up ahead. It's no big deal. These things happen. It's
What?
nature.
What colony?
Roll of general charisma check. Give me a 16.
That is
With
a-
advantage because there's so many of you guys. So I'll go ahead and give you advantage. Yeah, give you advantage. I was gonna say maybe just straight roll because his bear's dead. But just do straight. Good advantage.
There's no charisma. Yeah, yeah, plus 40 charisma. That is a 15, right? Shucks.
You want to do success at a failure? Success at a cost?
I'll roll a hero point.
Yes, all day. Okay, so roll the D3 then. So you don't even have to roll it.
Yeah,
As long as it's
one,
legit,
yeah.
it happens. Yeah, he was a spore template of the Myconids. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Just spell it.
Myconids. We'll say Yonids instead of English silent. Yonids. That'll work. Easier to say. Now look at it.
Oh. This is the first I've heard of a spore community.
Yeah, that they meld together. Their consciousness. They're peaceful.
Would I have heard of this since I know a lot of the area, or is it kind of like a?
Roll a history check with disadvantage. They're not a surface dwelling
Oh, okay.
colony. Typically.
Yeah, 12.
Well, yeah, you never heard of them. About that time, the sky begins to darken. Here we go again. The same blasted rain that came on my crop. I fear it's about to be an acid rain. That's why
We've dealt with
Jax
this
was out in the
before.
field anyway when he saw me hit. So why don't y'all follow me back? Walk, fight, live. We'll all be the sweeter when this comes and passes.
So going back to the fungi
I
community.
can warn my
Yeah, are we going
friend
back?
here properly.
Are we
Yeah.
back to the spore community?
No, I have a cabin
Oh, okay.
out back a ways.
We should probably grab the horses,
Yeah.
especially Toby.
Yes, especially
I was
So as you say, they said, lead the way, I'll help. You know, I know this area pretty well. And so he leads you the fastest way. Y'all get back the 20-minute walk that got you there. You get there in about 10, half the time. And he leads you through passages where even you being a caravan leader and knowing some of the best routes and line of sights, breaks in the trees, he knows the area that much and better. You're bobbing, weaving through trees, finding tree lines that wide enough for all your horses, one after the other, not side by side, but in about 20, so we'll say 30 minutes then. So it's now 10:15. Y'all took a long rest too. It's 11:15. Short rest, I'm sorry, short rest. Y'all make it to a portion in the forest that looks like a huge redwood oak is falling down, and he just walks right on through. He pokes his head through. He's like, "Well, come on." It's just an unloosenatory terrain. So that y'all just keep walking by there, and the tree line is cut way, way back then. And as you walk in, he stops just before the break of the tree line. He said, "Now I'm offering you shelter. No quid pro quo here. Would you be willing to blindfold yourselves the rest of the way in?"
Do an insight check.
We do an intimidation check.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. He seems mournful but not curious, like he's genuinely concerned for your well-being in the rain, but wanting to protect, his stake and leading you back here.
I'll comply.
Okay, so
Kind of do a calm intimidation of I'm not planning on hurting y'all, but I don't want to be
As he bleeds from the ears.
Yes.
okay, do a
Oh.
charisma check, adding your strength modifier. That's what I'm saying. You can use intimidation is normally charisma based with that modifier, but since you're doing it. Okay, yeah.
I have proficiency in
Okay,
intimidation.
yeah. Sorry, I was thinking like Crom would do, add the strength, but you're good. Just do it. Add your charisma modifier. I'm sorry. Proficiency if you're proficient in intimidation.
16.
16. No, that'd be negative.
Mm-hmm.
So please, I don't mean any harm. Your friend here, he's taking the lead. He's attesting for you that.
Want to read his mind?
As you do that, he said, they see my field out here, it might sink the whole operation. I don't know if I can trust these guys. So my wife, she always told me I was too trusting
It's
anyway.
great. Fantasy weed.
Yeah, I blindfold myself.
I'll try to read his mind so we can.
You just read his mind, that's what you heard me say.
Oh, okay.
I tried to read
That
his mind again.
seemed like what he was saying.
Oh, yeah, you were reading that from his mind. So what do you do?
Said his wife. Well, I guess we didn't hear that.
Well, we don't know what's going on.
No. I just trust
So
him. basically.
knowing his underlying thoughts anyway, would you be like, go ahead and
By proxy,
Yes.
I trust you, so I'm
Yeah.
like, all right.
so you blindfold yourself, and
I'm going to use intimidation.
I,
Not putting the blindfold on.
I kind of put my hand over Pepper's eyes.
so you know what? Take them off. Seem like good enough folk. If you're willing to do that for me, you don't know me from Adam. That's fine. Go ahead, come on.
I took those two people.
All right. So you go in there and you see, probably about 5 acres of red sood. It's a stalk, not quite like corn. It's grown up stalky. It's got a walnut.
Sugarcane.
It's got walnut-sized nuggets inside all of them. They're very furry. Red hairs growing off of them. Purple hairs. Blue.
Sounds dank.
And so he leads you past all that. You just got your 1 or 9. You can role play if you'd like to.
Do
I'll just leave you to your
Is
character.
this like something common that we know? Okay.
This is illegal.
What is this?
You wouldn't know this, being a caravan. This is
Okay.
red sood. It's a very illegal psychedelic.
Oh, hell yes.
Well, we won't necessarily even say psychedelic. It's a reality bending
Okay.
herb.
Actually bends reality.
Yes.
Um,
You don't know. She knows.
Have we, has he introduced himself? Has he told us his name yet? No?
I don't think
Alright.
he said his name.
Hey,
Yeah, we're just
I
following.
don't think he said his name. I displayed his name, but he has not
Okay.
actually said it. He said the bear's name. That's it.
What was the bear's name again?
Jax.
Yeah, Jack.
My friend, could I purchase him?
Yeah, this here, this is in the beginnings of drying it, harvesting it, sifting it. I have to dilute the components. That's very, very highly toxic, until you handle it and process it. I do have some to purchase. I'm gonna have to push this back out actually, and everyone who knows this rain has beset the fields. I can push all this stuff, but I'm gonna have to seed it through other crops. But yeah, I have some that's for sale.
Okay. Would you like any help with this?
How much time you got? I don't know that you could have. I mean, see the Yonins, or the how we say it's pronounced?
The Yonits.
The Yonins, they've blessed me, and he shows you his palms. And they've got little fuzzy. I don't know what you even call them.
Like growth
on his hands.
Like mold on them.
I can actually handle the husk of what I have growing here in order to get it through to the stages of processing. I don't know that you can help, but
I say this is Brad. You both have monster hands.
I was actually just thinking that. I was like, can I just try to touch one?
You go for it, and he just gently grabs your hand and says, "Please don't," because I don't have the medicinal means to.
We got our
bring you back.
Well, you see, the thing is, and then I take off one of my bracelets so that he can see my monster hand.
He grabs both your hands together. He says, "Please, trust me."
Okay, and then I put my bracelet back on.
I don't want any ill to befall you in my own stead.
Okay, so I put my bracelet back on to disguise my ugly monster hands.
Sleight of hand tries to poke one.
Do you try to poke one?
No.
Okay.
Your arm falls off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just.
Alright, so he leads you guys inside the cabin. About 20 minutes later now then, so it's 11:50. Y'all hear the rain pitter-patter hitting.
Our horses are in.
He's put them in a stable for
just want to
you.
make sure.
And so y'all can all be for a little while. Which any questions y'all want to ask him? Small talk. We can. It's 8:42. We can play till 9:30 if y'all want to. However long you want to play. Let me know. But this will be a heavy role play scene unless y'all want to just briskly knock it down.
With the herbalism kit, do I roll to see if I successfully craft something with it?
Are you proficient with herbalism?
Proficient with it.
You
now.
are. Then
Yeah.
crafting time. Depends what you're trying to craft.
Health potion.
It'll take off all day.
How long are we gonna be here?
Or walk around.
It's up to you. If you want to stay here all day, then you can
I'm
ask
just
him.
gonna stay however long we're planning on staying.
You want to be working on that?
I'm gonna
Okay, so
be
you find,
working on
so you find a
listening
quiet
to
corner.
talk.
Okay, inside his cabin, he's got he's a big guy. It's about yay high up, table legs and tall chairs up to here. Stairs. If you're walking in, to the left would be the table, and on behind it, stairs ascending there. You see two lockers about 8 foot tall, 3 foot wide, maybe 2 feet deep. Two there and one on the wall. Sharing the door that y'all walk in through. Fireplace, just knickknacks. Hammer to the wall. There's a wooden rack with spokes coming out. He's got some clay teapots, tea mugs hung up on there. So he comes in and he gets a little metal iron chain that's run through 3 little pins. And he bounces it out. It kind of stands like a tripod with a plate at the bottom. And he puts a little red gemstone on it, on the ground right beside the fireplace on the hearth. Gives it a tight squeeze and it starts glowing. A little hook underneath that, chain runs through the 3 little tripods and they got legs. And on the hook, he hooks a tea kettle in there, and that stones cause it to glow. So a little tea's on. So get yourself comfortable.
I forgot to say, but when we were on the way in, you said the sky. Could we see the sky?
Yeah, it's
It
starting to get
wasn't
foreboding. What you could see past the canopy of the trees.
Yeah.
It was more you heard it, and he was aware of it from where he's cleared back. He's seen it coming, and y'all clearly seen it. Yeah, once you got
in
in
his
5
field,
acres.
Would we been able to see anything? Because I kind of saw it last time. The float, whatever, before the acid rain.
Yeah, roll perception. Got to be 30 because it's dark clouds.
Yeah, that was a 1. So.
Not really. They're rolling the anything back would be dark and way on.
I was just
dark
wondering.
and way on back. Yeah, so it would have been possible, but very not probable. So y'all are in there.
So, we didn't happen to catch your name.
John.
John.
Johnson.
John Sunoco. Not to be rude, Mr. Sunoco, but do you mind if I ask what happened here?
Oh yeah. Well, me and my first wife, we just bought this plot of land, and we were farmers. We enjoyed the work, tilling the land, an honest living. Well, she was a real witch. I got
Like literally?
no, yeah, no, yes and no. You'll know. You ever been married? No, you'll know. Don't get married. No, we've got 2 kids together. I got a 23-year-old son, Tanner, and a 17-year-old daughter, Eleanor. Well, they were off doing their own thing. I was carrying the grow out into town one day and rode my steed up behind a wagon, and this woman just hammered down on some guy in front. I got pretty excited. I was like, hell yeah. I'll throw some oats and grains at the back of it. That horse whinnied. And when you know, that woman looked up. Guess who it was? My wife. Hammering down on that guy. So she came home and I had all her stuff packed. So she was gone.
Good.
Well, she clears out, burns all my crops, salts the land. And it's no good to me for quite a while, but found out that what did grow is what you see out there. So it's illegal. Kind of applied some magic, found out how to do that terrain trick you seen earlier. She didn't come back around. Told her I'd kill her if I see her again. So she steered clear. Cleared my crop in peace for a little while. That's how I got started in it.
So, this is an effect of.
Oh, the
what?
handling of it. Yes, I'm sorry. I got sidetracked by the wind again. It wasn't going to work. And so the Disarian River, it actually feeds an underground channel of water to an outcropping of rocks that forms a cabin deep below. I crawled. You get way down low. I was looking for a quiet place to go dive, and there I found the colony, and they actually put the bug in my ear, so to speak. He wiped some of the fungus off and fix it. That I might be able to grow some of this stuff, and they actually gave me the ability to handle all of it without any adverse effects.
So the fungi is what gives you the ability.
Oh yeah. You touch that stuff, without properly insulating yourself some way, it'll kill you.
So they give you the ability to handle all that and make your livelihood that way. Do you have to give them anything in return?
No, they're peaceful. They enjoy the company, and so I go down there from time to time and sit with them. They're a communal species. I can't really, but they don't speak. I think they talk to each other telepathically, but they have a sit together where that they're a hive mind. They can all kind of share thought, and they have a type of a psychedelic adventure of their own.
So the fungus doesn't negatively affect you. How come it negatively affected your friend?
Jax? No. Poor bear, long ago probably just died of old age or, was prey to something else out here in the woods. You see the Spore Service, they seek out something that's presented to them, and, the sovereign of those creatures. They just to perpetuate their living, find a host, seed it, it goes out, and, strengthens the colony, making more fungi.
You seem like a real fun guy yourself.
I appreciate it. So, you might think it's crude, but all consumption is death to something. So in a way, we all bring damnation on something else. The cow eats the grass. Everything's to a bird. A cat is eating. So it's just perspective. It's just where it's just making its way. Poor Jackson. He's been out here helping me with this crop for a long time.
I'm still really sorry about that. I know losing a pet or a loved one is very hard.
It happens.
I lost a pet once.
You too?
Tragic, honestly. I was younger and the farm burned down. My brother was inside.
That's awful.
He died. Then my dog. Hold on. Like I had it.
It's heart wrenching, We try to push those details down. I understand.
My brother's dead. The dog.
I didn't really like my brother that much.
Listen,
Troy was a sacrifice that had to be made.
listen, if you would have met Apollo, you would know what I mean. He was a trip.
It's fine.
Yeah. Well, Apollo, he was, out in the barn with one of his, lady friends. And his dumbass knocked over a lantern, setting it on fire. And Bandit, he raced in to retrieve him. But unfortunately he couldn't, but he lived only to die later. No. It was my brother who died.
No, it was the dog died later from the widow.
No, my brother died from the widow's maker.
No, that was a dog. If it says otherwise, that was a type.
No, the bandit died 6 months later from complications.
Oh, okay, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I see. You're right.
Yeah. He had a heart attack from smoke inhalation, and Bandit struggled with that too. And so ever since then, I've put my whole life into animals and all of that. So, like I said, I know losing a pet can be hard.
That's a noble living.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, it's also tragic losing my brother. I just wasn't as attached to him. People are weird.
You okay over there? Yeah, boy.
I'm
Okay.
just crafting.
Get you tea.
No, I'm good.
Jade.
I was going to say, what kind of tea is it?
Okay, Jade. Brew some honey tea. What would you like?
I'd take some honey tea.
Honey tea for me as well, if you don't mind.
Sets another one up just to brew it separate of the Jade.
No, I'll take Jade.
So towards your cup. Take some of those down towards your cup. So when you're telling that story, it's been about now an hour and a half. The water's kind of backing off a little bit.
I guess. So has it rained more than once? The acid rain.
Well, it come down about a 10 day ago. It's probably now what was it? Come through the area. It might have been 7 or 8 days ago.
But this
It's
is
a little unclear.
But it
on
hasn't.
this.
But it didn't do it
This is
before
not
then.
common. No. It's something's amiss.
I will agree with you there.
So, after y'all been there for about 4 hours, the rain finally slacks off. He offers to take you guys through the fields if you want to see the operation or the colony. Kind of runs it by you guys what y'all want to do if y'all are going to be on your way. Feed your horses for you. Thanks you for clearing the et now.
I'd be interested in seeing the colony.
No.
No
Yeah.
problem.
That'd be
So he walks you back there, through the woods, the thicket, and he's kind of used some druidic magic to, the rock is smooth face in the front and looks kind of like it's been man-made on right into the entrance of it, whereas you get about 20-30 feet, it begins to look more natural as it goes down below the surface of the land, and just begin to go past below sea level where it's dripping water inside from the stalagmites and the ceilings and stuff like that. It's not too high of a ceiling, it might be like 40 feet high, and y'all begin to see just more and more moss and fungus, and the smell's hitting you a little bit. Then you see some of the creatures just as you walk in there. They don't talk much.
Oh,
Interesting.
you're so cute.
You're telling me. Yeah, they are that, but they're all right. They meld. The psychedelic journey I was telling you about, they do a communal meditation, but they transcend this dull subterranean existence, and they use these rapport spores to bind participants into the group consciousness, their hive mind.
I was just about to ask that. It's like if I was to partake, would I?
I don't know how fleeting the blessing he looks at his own hands could be. They could grant you a bump of transcendence.
gonna cut it up in the bathroom on the back of the toilet.
I was like, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So just like on Avatar, the little tendrils that, hearing John say this, they extend their hands and the tendrils like on Avatar with the horse mane and all that, they come out and they're extending their hands out to you as they all start gathering around and getting in a circle and doing that. And they get up by his ear and it wraps into his ear and his eyes kind of roll back into his head.
I'm immune to poison, so let's go.
So you get up there and you do it.
Yeah. Do I hold up my hand? Or?
Yeah. So they do and they wrap their arm around you.
Been at his house crafty.
And you stay behind, you didn't go?
Yes, because
So you spent 4
me
hours.
personally and After Soul's poison adventure both thoroughly hate and are disgusted by fungi.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't want to look at this guy.
Fair enough.
Gross.
You would not. Alright, so now,
I guess I'll partake too. Let's see what happens.
Peer pressure.
Yeah.
for the time
It's
being,
not peer
you know,
pressure, it's just your turn.
it's
I've
like,
got enough HP to cure poison on both of you, but I'll be damn near dead.
Okay,
y'all
I
see
can poison myself.
the earth and what's almost like a, let me get some music for it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta pull out one of those old school, like, what is it, the MP3 visualizers?
Yeah. Turn on some.
Is that what I'm looking up? You tell me what to search and I'll search it.
Because it makes everything all wavy. Yeah, some lateralis.
I spell ambiance.
No.
So I don't know. I'm trying to do it phonetic.
A.M.
I thought that, but I wasn't sure. There it is. All right. Stop talking, buddy. There we go. We'll do that.
Rain sounds.
Yeah, that's kind of appropriate, given the context of how y'all met. Oh, hate ads. Killing the mood.
No, no. Why is that
Okay.
love?
Because they're doing their bedtime stuff too. So,
What does
stop. Stop talking, bud. Go hang out in your room. Mommy will come in there in a minute. As you see, like the creation story of the world as it's spinning, you know, so much faster than we're on just on this normal station. Slows down and see, you know, the grass begin to grow, trees shooting up, and you know, wither falling down, all at a rapid accelerated pace. These, you know, humans and everything trotting the land, humanoids, all different kinds, and then they can begin killing each other, and your mind just flashes to a scene of water and drenched with blood, and the earth opening up, taking in all the bodies, and then all the fungal,
Fungi?
the fungi. We just said fungi. The fungi creatures emerging from the earth, and at this point, they're you know, the cosmos and all the stars are just flickering lights, are coming in and out of existence. That they've been here for eons since the creation story, and they tell you they're arrogant creatures. They said, "You know not that your lives are finite." He said, "But we bear the we suffer the progress of infinitude. We've been here for it all."
I'm having a bad trip, man.
He said, "We are peace, and we are salvation. So any who would come to us, they can join our community."
So if I were to join this community, I would just turn into a fungus person?
Yes, we're a timeless course. You can add your voice to ours, and you can endure for all time.
I don't know what's going on, but just in his cabin crafting, I'm just like, no into that. That is gross. Not touching
So like,
any of
could
them.
I still adventure as a fungus person, or would I hang out with you guys?
We work, we fight, we live. Your mind will shape and absorb and go on your own. Your host will eventually deteriorate, but you will not end. You'll return to the earth, sprout out new. Collective consciousness will abide with us.
Bring it on, man.
Hard pass.
Listen, I'm already a freak with you know, monster hands. I mean, why not have some sick ass spores?
So you're inviting the
Yeah.
Since you're a female, you
The
can use
Jonas?
the different colors of the spores to do like eyeliner and stuff.
Oh hell yeah.
It's like I'm so.
This is some makeup, like fungus makeup.
Why is that chick always covered in flowers? Like, oh, she smells bad.
I'm just tucking flowers in my hair.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Never have
that will
this
come
year.
into play.
Penicillin.
You'll have to figure it like
I'll get you something for it. Yeah, so those tendrils that we talked about, they come from the Avatar's portion's mane. They begin to reach up your arm, and they implant themselves in your ears, just like John's. So y'all don't see all this because obviously your eyes are rolling down your skulls. It's like,
So we all got the same pitch, like individually.
oh yeah, you all hear like a community, you know,
Yeah.
So they know that I did
hive-minded
that?
thing. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just like on you think, you hear, you feel everything they all feel. So, anyway, so that all happens over the course of about
6 days.
an hour. So it's now 4 hours. It's about 5 p.m. You know, you've had a body high now for that whole time. You know, very relaxed, and it's over. What are you gonna do?
How long did we spend talking to him before they left with him?
You spent 4 hours
Oh, really?
Well,
making
he
the potion.
spent-
We'll say 5 if you
I
want
was
to
gonna
say
say he spent 5 hours now.
yeah,
man.
5. And they,
Oh,
they,
yeah,
they, and they come
Carol.
back. Y'all go back to the cabin to get sold.
Yeah.
Okay, so that happens.
So 5 hours.
Well, what have you done? You spent the whole 5 hours
Gone.
crafting. Okay, so when you come back to visit that, for picking back up on it, you'll have 6 hours left to
How long did it take to
finish
craft them?
full day. 12 hours.
Oh, yeah. 12-hour days?
7 hours. I have 7 hours to finish. So what do you want to do? And it is now that'd be a good place to stop if y'all want to, or we can go for another 30 minutes if y'all want to.
I feel like that's a good natural place to stop right there.
Yeah.
Cool.
We could
Hey, I liked it. Thank y'all for coming, and we'll get this one uploaded, and I'll tune in next time. Thank you for coming. Stop recording.